Oh, we're getting word here. One more award. I'm sorry about that. This award it's actually like kind of a medical award. It's most likely to have a heart attack or a myocardial infarction after smoking too much weed. Now this award, you have to have certain criteria. You have to be morbidly obese, you have to be sedentary, you have to be just sitting there constantly, daily, day in, day out. It's a special award. And basically you have to smoke so much weed that you will likely die from a myocardial infarction or a heart attack. And that's Brian McClay from Beyond Wednesdays. Congratulations, Brian. You don't have much longer in this mortal coil. I congratulate you on your sedentary lifestyle.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information. Real fucking high on drugs.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday night here on Beyond Wednesdays, another Modern Comic Mayhem. And we are back from San Diego. Most of us are back from San Diego. And look at this. We got a first appearance on the channel by Jim Mint Comics, ladies and gentlemen.
I haven't been on here before?
You've never been on here, bro.
I thought I did come on at least one time.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
I think you know what was cool about it then, if that's the case? I thought I was on. But this way we got to meet in person first.
Yep.
Got to get to know each other, and now boom, I'm on the show.
Amen. One of the cool things about going to New York last year is I ran into Steve at New York, but we were just so busy that we didn't get a chance to chill. And
I always regretted that. I thought we would have had a chance again some other time during that show.
And the crazy thing is, bro, the first day, Tuesday, I fly out Tuesday. I'm going to the Hell Destroyer party, and boom, there's fucking Steve just chilling. And let's put it this way. I think the gods kind of bestowed that maybe the gods are like, nah, you don't need to do a show right now. Just hang and chill. So we just chilled the whole night. Yeah, man, it was a good time. It was a really good time. And yeah, man, San Diego was really interesting. Very, very community based, like San Diego, more than ever, I think, which was super cool. But session was great, you guys. Hopefully you're still enjoying your sesh. And I got hit by the concrete. I asked Jim if he got hit by the concrete. He said no. Davis, what about you?
I don't get that.
No, part of me thinks it never happens at San Diego. So part of me thinks it's more airport crud than anything, like every time. You know what I mean? Because it's only when I drive that I don't get it.
Man, I got fucked.
I usually am fucking down in one of those, like, you know, they got those immunity boosters. I do one of those every morning and every night. I don't know if you're supposed to do them that often, but usually at a convention, I run and I get like a 12 pack of those, and me and Tom hit them in the morning and night.
Smart.
It doesn't seem to work at the time, but you know.
Yeah, you gotta prime yourself like 2 weeks early. You know what I mean? Start taking.
I try to go get those immunity. You know that they hit you with the fucking thing, and you got the hole, and you got, you know what I mean. I usually go do that.
The IV bag.
Yeah, the IV stuff. I don't know if that works. That works either, but
what's up, guys?
What's going on, brother?
What's up?
What up?
Jim Mint in the house. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
So, I'm sure we're gonna be talking about San Diego for a couple of weeks, I imagine. But a lot of the shit that I didn't talk about on Wednesday or Friday, I wanted to wait for this show because I knew Jim Mint was going to join us. I knew Davis was going to be here, and I think so. I saved a lot of those stories, but I want to start off the show by glazing Davis a little bit. And this motherfucker,
Come on,
Boy,
Dude.
crushed it. Come on, give it to him.
I'm just kidding.
this guy goes and sells. How many units did you sell this during San Diego?
I mean, I want to say, I think it was about 10,000 the first night, and then it's unreal, dude. It was a
San
lot.
Diego-
That's my
hey,
total.
yo,
That's my
he's-
total. What not sold?
San Diego
Right, like-
Davis Con.
I've been doing it a year. I don't think I have that. And he's like,
As soon as I say the
"Single-
number,
we're
I hear
at
people
9."
laughing at me.
He's single-handedly
probably
doing better than
15.
Marvel.
15 or 18 by the end of the weekend or something.
Oh
How
my
many different
God.
books though? Like different types of books.
Probably like 35 different
See, that
covers.
seems like crazy to me. All the planning and logistics surrounding making that happen. Like that's scary
Yeah.
as fuck to me, bro.
That's one thing I'll say is like people are like, oh, you made a killing this weekend. If they knew how much money got, I mean,
Bro, none of that was free. Like that all costs money. A lot of
honestly,
money.
probably I think my estimate is over $150,000 spent on acquiring the product, putting together the show, the shipping, like everything would probably over $150,000 I had to invest to make this show happen. So it's an
I think
expensive.
even just how many Gemini mailers is that?
I
Right?
had to
Like,
get luckily we got a local guy who delivers them like on the day if we need it. I probably gotten like 5 pallets of Geminis delivered because
That's
we're also doing the
crazy, man. Shit ain't
Kickstarter stuff
cheap
at the
either.
same time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a lot. The team has been working around the clock. My team, thank God, I got like the best team there is because they're fucking killing it. If I wouldn't be here tonight if I didn't have that team. I'll tell you that much. You know, I'd still be in the trenches. I mean, it took them all week. It was like 4,000 packages that had to go out. And the
Shout out to
biggest we had-
Namesh. Namesh just
The
dropped a
biggest I
super
had
chat.
done before this convention was I think 1,800 orders. So
Damn.
Nimesh
Yeah,
just
it was a
dropped a
lot
super
more,
chat.
man.
He says, "It's all I can afford. Sorry, Davis took all my money."
that sounds like it.
I mean, believe me, Davis has emptied some of my credit card available balance pretty quickly this
Well,
past weekend.
There was
it's fun
something.
though, man. It's fun. It's definitely a
love it.
lot.
I
It takes
believe it.
I've been putting together San Diego since MegaCon, and the thought process was like MegaCon preview night was that was like an oh shit moment. That was like, especially because I had the team then. That was the first con that I had like a fulfillment team, so I could take the governor off of the whatever, just go full speed. And by the end of that show, I was like, I could have made double the amount of product, and people like, as long as it's good product, and I like to think that I make good product. If I had more good product, I could have kept dropping stuff. People wanted more. And so I was
Yeah.
like, fuck it. I'm going to see how far I can push it for San Diego. And I just kept making books and yep, let's do that. Let's do this. And it was definitely scary going into the room that everything is in. It was like floor to ceiling boxes of books and like pallets of stuff arriving and all. So it was like a little nerve wracking that I'm like, I hope this works. Because if not, I'm losing a lot of money here. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
ended up working out.
Well, here's the funny thing: making money's all fucking fine and shit, right? But that's not even the coolest part about, in my opinion, about what Davis did. First of all, I think you had one of the books of the show, and shout out to Mark Spears for just
Shout out
being
Mark
Mark Spears. Like, Mark is people. I've been talking about this for a couple weeks. People don't realize this. Mark's getting ready to be like, he's going to go through another one of those crazy phases where he's just on top of the world again. And
That
we're
book has been a monster, bro. I ran a show today, and it's just like people are just, you got any more monsters? You got any more monsters? You got any more monsters? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
People-
the absolute Batman went crazy too, right?
yeah.
Good for Mark, man.
Mm-hmm.
But how about you guys were able to show Todd this image?
Oh yeah, Todd loved it. Todd, that was
That's
cool.
dope, man.
That was cool.
I
That
was
a
like,
last
you know how
minute-
you know how they say people catch a stray? Like Mark caught the opposite of a stray.
Yeah,
with
he
that.
caught a good stray. Yeah. Well, we the night before, so like I mean, I'm sure we'll get into that, but with the Todd interview, we knew we had 30 minutes, and it might seem like we're more prepared than we are, to be honest, because it was 2:30 in the morning the night before, and we're fucking like, we gotta like we knew we were doing the interviews, we had some ideas and stuff, but we had really like got to planning the night before at like 2:30 a.m. and I was like, oh shit, like we knew that Tom was going to talk to him about Spawn 77. And I was like, I got a fucking Todd homage on the Monsters book. I got to bring these, right? And Tom's like, you're fucking right. You got to bring them. We were going to have him sign them. We didn't have time. I only had one show copy of each, though. So I was like, do I have him sign my show copy? I got to auction. He's like, you're fucking right, you do. You know what I mean? And he ended up not being able to sign them. But yeah, no, like there was some cut from the video, too, where he was just admiring it. Like Todd loved the homage.
damn,
It was
that's
super
good.
cool.
That's cool.
So
man.
we got to take a little Segoo here and talk about Todd, because him at the con was so refreshing. I think for me, two of the biggest reasons why I love Todd and Rob so much is because of their current, reputation and like current, like the way they act. They're very energetic. They're very excited to talk about comics. And
Limitless energy.
dude, seeing him in that video in line for Scott Snyder was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that he's still
He never
willing
turns
to
it off, man. He never
Yeah.
turns it off. He is exactly what he seems like in every interview, and like that's Todd fucking McFarlane, and it's awesome. It's very cool to be around, man. Yeah, I think I told you, but we got there in the morning and we're tired, bro. You know what I mean? Like we roll in there, everyone's just getting in, like the doors had just opened, and he comes out from the back, and me and Tom are standing there, and we like hug him and say what's up, and then he's like, how you doing? I'm like, good, how are you feeling? He just goes and starts like punching me in the chest. He's like, let's fucking do it, baby. And I'm like, dude, how do you have this energy? Like he's just ready to go. And then we sit down and he's just boom, boom, boom. Like it's great. It makes you I'm awake now. You know what I mean?
Dude, I got to put it in the into action. Dream show, Todd and Mark together talking about Spawn 77. Right? That is a dream show. And to have Todd like finally start getting out there and talking about the series and everything. I did on the panel it was with Adam from Comics and Magazine, and he had the Mark Spawn 77 secret variant that he was giving out to people in the crowd. And it was like everywhere I went, I saw Mark like slowly bubbling up, right? And like it's getting ready to explode again. He's got Spawn 77 coming. He's on FOC this week with those badass black and white number ones, right? He's got Graveyard Shift coming, and they announced him on the. Here's the crazy thing, and this is probably one of my biggest reasons to be proud about Mark right now. Is Marvel finally realizes who Mark motherfucking Spears is?
Yeah.
Right? They're finally realize it now after that Captain America thing. They go, okay.
Hey, bro, we tried to tell him. We tried to tell him, Brian, for a couple of years. Tried to tell people.
Marvel, for whatever reason,
not
Marvel.
that good.
Yeah. So,
but now they're doing something special every time, right? Because the other one was the Magic the Gathering with the full art, which blew up.
Yeah.
And now they're doing the blind bag. And Marvel's they're trying to figure it out with the blind bags, yo. They're not giving up at all.
Yeah.
Well, the one that just hit, the Queen in Black.
The Robert Downey Jr.'s, right?
Bro, that Robert Downey Jr. shit's crazy.
There's two Robert Downey Jr.'s out there. Them shits are crazy.
Yeah. He had some of the last ones too, and those go for a lot of money.
So
that's because Spears' Lobo book and what was the other one, Brian? The Supergirl.
Yeah.
Like they're so low print run. Like you don't see too many of them out there in the wild, man. Like those. He's got some ghost books that still carry heat too, man.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Davis. So he drops one of the books of the con, which was fucking cool. And then probably the coolest fucking thing of the con to me was going to 8 different retailers' tables, or knowing that 8 different retailers out there are selling a book that Davis co-created with Will Jack and wrote. Like that is probably the coolest thing, bro.
It's very cool. Yeah, it's wild. It was wild going around and see, dude. And this book's blowing up. They're like the foil of this is selling for like $200, which is like that. I mean, I don't get those sales. You know what I mean? That's eBay, but it's cool to see that other people like it enough that they're. I mean, it's also a great cover. That's mostly due to Q, but like the fact that there's even hunger for the book. You know what I mean? You never know if that's gonna hit that way, and like walking around and seeing sold out signs on the book on people's tables. Like I know the Katia book from Night. He had that marked as sold out. We went over there and signed a bunch of copies. Will sold out super early. Just seeing like people walking around and signing random copies and stuff is pretty crazy.
Are they all on cover price yet? Let's take a look.
I'm not sure.
Because I want to go through them real quick and show some of the ones that just blew me away. Here we go. Obviously, the Kickstarter stuff is all there. But dude, that
the Chuma, go back up.
Oh, the Chuma.
That one's great. Yeah, the Chuma. I love this cover, dude. The big ass guns. I said, do some big ass guns, and he did some big ass guns, dude. Yeah, he had another cover. There was 2 options, and like it was kind of similar, but like it was a lot closer crop, so you couldn't really tell how big they were. But you can tell. I mean, they were like the same size, like as far as like but it was cut off above her head. And like, nah, this one's great because you can just. I mean, they're going off page even here. How big truly are those guns? I don't know, but awesome cover.
And then the Tomaselli one. Shout out to KRS. I got one of these.
Great cover.
I got one of the towels from Comic Tom's show.
The towel's cool. The Battle Chasers.
So for those of you guys that don't know, very famous cover on Battle Chasers, the Red Monica cover. Nice little homage to it.
Underrated.
Bro, that Sweet Death logo, like I've told you this before, but I love the Sweet Death trade.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Oh, bro, Katya, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Katya. Okay, and I talked about this on the Hot 10 the other night. Katya, one of the things about artists that I recognize that makes me go, okay, this artist is going to be around for a while. This is the good artist. Is you constantly see them getting better. You know, Will Jack, Mark, Sveta, and now Katya. Multiple other there's tons of artists, but that's like one of the keys to me is when you see them constantly getting better. And this cover and the Nephi Wars cover that she did at the con were fantastic. So shout out to her.
Yeah, she killed that one.
We looked at the queue.
Martin Zavala.
Yeah, that's
all
pretty
airbrush.
Woo!
All airbrush, yeah.
Somebody was hitting me up the other day. I had a conversation with somebody on the phone the other day talking about, hey, do you know any artists that are airbrushing, comic artists that are airbrushing? And I'm like, not that I can think of off the top of my head, but here we go.
Oh, wait, have you not looked up Martin Zavala? Martin Zavala.
I have,
He's crazy. Yeah, everything is airbrush. It's wild.
That's wicked. This is the one that was at the Massive booth. Nice homage to Mr. Liefeld, the GOAT. Sora sung.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's Clutch and Roops' cover.
Sora just amazing. She was at the con. I didn't get to see her. This one, holy shit, dude! The embossed version of this,
crazy.
Oh my lord!
I know. I think they sold out of those at the con, but I feel like they're gonna. I think they might do a website drop of some of the papers. So don't hold me to that. I don't know if that's for certain.
Well, but the bottom line is, even if it's not for certain, go to svetashabina.com. He's Adam's always putting up random stuff that like you would never expect would be available on the site, and you can use the promo code Beyond10 to get 10% off.
He put some legs on her, or she put some legs on her on that
fucking
cover.
A. And then
More
Will,
than the first cover she did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude! I gotta get one of these.
This is like the first cover appearance of this character, and kind of like I don't want to say it's a spoiler, but like this is a character we didn't really put out there in the book when we were doing the campaign and stuff. So this is cool that it was like the first time you get to see this character whose name is Lucy on a cover.
And he killed it with a smoldering look. You know what I mean?
That's the fun thing about writing your own book, right? Is that that's not something that we planned. As he's doing this, he's like, well, this would be a cool thing to do. And like maybe like when she gets mad, that's what happens. And I'm like, all right, now I'm putting that in the story. Like it's cool that it was a cool thing that he was working on. I'm like, that's a great idea. And then we can just implement that going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having that full creative freedom to just like, that looks badass. Let's do it.
That's super dope. Appreciate that sub, Rob.
He did a website drop of that too, which I know sold out in like seconds. That one's from the Kickstarter.
Yeah, from the Kickstarter. But there was even more. So I feel like there's some missing. Is there some missing? Maybe not. I think that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 8,
9.
9.
Yeah, no, I think that's all of them.
Okay.
I mean,
wow.
I want to make sure we don't leave anybody else out here. Hold on.
By the way, big shout out to Will Jack. Fucking solid dude. Really cool cat. It was cool to hang out with him a couple of nights throughout San Diego. And it was really cool to see the KRS Comics booth. and it felt like every time I walked up to the booth, Will and Lucio and Carla were signing at the booth.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah, they were working their asses off for sure.
And Lucio Perillo and Carla Cohen are like top of the list of creators that like you have these moments to go and connect with. I talked with Will about one thing that Carla and Lucio are doing, and this is kind of cool because this is something that MJ Comics James told me about in the UK. They're doing this thing where they have these intimate signings, right? And they'll like, it's like 25 to 50 people. It's at like a really cool intimate restaurant or coffee house, and they bring food and drinks, and then they just sign a bunch of books for people, and you get to hang out with them. And that is so fucking smart. It's unbelievable how smart that is. I don't know of any other creator artist.
You give you a back massage,
bro. Hood, like you should see that. No, dude, you should see this shit, bro. Like it's like fucking good, like food, wine, all kinds of crazy shit. Let me see if I can bring this up,
dude. It's leveled up to another like, bro. These are gallery artists just like setting it off, bro. Like like Will Jack, like his work needs to be in a gallery, bro. Like it's not even funny, bro.
Yeah, when he does his traditional painted stuff, it's
the oil painting of that Wonder Woman, dude. It's when we had it, bro.
Fucking crazy.
The fucking tears going down like.
This is the event they did in Miami.
Is that Carla?
That's Carla.
Mama.
And we just how many people are watching right now? However many people are watching, 90% of them just fell in love with Carla Cohen.
I love you, Carla.
And it's 10% are gay.
And they fell in love with Lucio, right?
Shut up, Hood.
So that's the type of shit that they're doing, which was very impressive. And shout out to KRS Comics, dude. I had a really good. That's one of my favorite things about going to cons is, and I've talked about this multiple times ad nauseum. I love seeing people that I've become friends with over the years. And Chris and Jose, yeah, they hung out with us. They were so busy too. So fucking busy. Shout out to all the retailers that had tables set up at the con. I only got to see Clutch 3 times, and every time was me walking by his booth and going, "Hey, bro, you know, like, what's up, bro?"
Yeah,
and I'm out.
What's up, man?
Yeah, they don't like they work their ass off, and they did very well. And again, shout out to the comic industry and the comic fans and the comic community, because comics is doing better than it's done in the last 10 years in a major way. It was
there
pretty.
was that girl that was filming Clutch for like 5 minutes, and he was just standing around, like
selling comics, bro.
No, he was standing there, like.
Yeah, Cover Price did a really great interview with Carla and Lucio.
I was playing Clutch.
All right. So, anyways, Davis, like, really proud of you, bro. Congrats on a great con. Shout out to Tom as well for just doing a really good job on, like always. I think that it was a shining moment for the industry to see not only like you two, Matt Saltzman from Trinity Comics, Night of Comics, Hell Destroyer, and More Great Art putting on great events. All these great retailers really did well and did cool things in a respectable manner. Shout out to Adam from Sveta's crew and Patrick at Happy Comics for just putting out great product and a great booth. Rups Comics for doing a great job like always. That was very impressive to see. And Jem, you walked around the con and you were looking at it from a different angle. Like I saw you doing content about the sideshow shit. I saw you doing content on the Upper Deck Absolute Batman cards. What was your thought of the con from that point of view?
Well, first of all, there's a whole world like this that are just statue collectors. I don't know how many people are aware or not, but it's so crazy how every little community, every little pocket, there's a little world for it, you know? So like I'm in that world. I collect statues. That was like one of the main draws to me to go to these big shows to begin with, because that's where Sideshow would come and they would reveal their new pieces for the first time. So they actually haven't done it since like 2001 or something like that. So it was kind of a big deal in our world that, oh man, Sideshow is back after like since COVID. Like COVID,
They're doing their own thing, right?
What's that?
They do like their own convention, right?
So they did their own Sideshow Con from their, because their headquarters, it's all artistic people that work there. So I went to their headquarters and they have it looking like a theme park on the inside. Like one room looks like the inside of the spaceship from Alien. Like it's themed. It's dope as hell.
Cool.
So they did it from there.
We came down and we drove down to SDCC together after you had gone to that.
Right. Yeah. So that's the last time I was at San Diego was 2023. I went to Sideshow Con. Then I bothered the hell out of Davis. I can't believe I even asked him to do this, but I had him drive with me and my wife. We drove from what? From LA to San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. But that was fun.
Yeah, it makes it easier, bro. Fucking 3-hour drive is better when you got someone to shoot the shit with.
Amen.
It did go by kind of fast, not for nothing.
Amen.
Yeah, no,
Couldn't agree more.
Last year I had Beachside Hobbies and his wife fly directly to LA the night before.
Real quick, shout out to Tony, Beachside Hobbies.
I didn't run into him.
Yeah, I did. I ran into him once at the con. I would love to kick it with that dude
either,
more.
man. I saw Gary was out there. I thought I would have ran into him, but I was running all around myself.
You just gotta look over the top and see the red. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, anyways, like you said, so I did the Sideshow coverage, and then there's other statue companies out there too. There's PCS, who does a lot of great stuff. There's Iron Studios from Brazil. There's Pure Art ECC. So I covered the statue stuff, and then I have a relationship with Upper Deck, and I kept telling him, I'm like, dog, how are you not making Absolute Batman trading cards, even in your regular DC stuff? Like, do you have the license? Can you do it? Can you not do it? But like my connect, he can't tell me nothing. He's just like, that's above my level. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But then so it's not what I would have liked. I would have liked to have seen a full set 90 card base set Absolute Batman. I told them they should be doing the variant covers and all that stuff, because that's an interesting question for you guys as retailers. What do you think about these exclusive variants that you guys commission, but you don't own the rights, right? DC owns the rights to the art.
Right.
So they could license that art to a trading card company like Upper Deck. So you would be not involved whatsoever as the commissioner or that the owner of that exclusive. However, I still see a plus side of your cover being a trading card that people can collect and get signed.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
There's crossover. Maybe they love the card so much that now they want the comic or whatever it might be.
I mean, that sometimes does happen. Like, so for example, with we did a Hallows Eve #1 3 years ago with Ariel Diaz, and
was that a
they
Marvel
put out
book?
an action figure for Hallows Eve, and
That's right.
art for it was on the. So like they do that sometimes. They still own the rights to everything that we get commissioned through DC and Marvel. Image, you're making it, but Marvel and DC, they keep it, and they have the right to use it if they want to. So it's like,
right.
It just doesn't happen that often.
So I just said to Upper Deck, like, I'm trying to put it in the ether. Like, you guys probably have access to Dan Quintana art that you could be making trading cards out of. Collectors could get Dan to sign it with his dope ass sig on a trading card, filling up the whole card and getting it graded and all that. So, I mean, baby steps, man. They got this 5-card set, and there's like a parallel or like a variant card that's, shiny that you can get out of them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I covered that. And then, man, I was running around all the comic dealers, man, buying slabs. Yeah, there you go. So I saw that in the stores, bro.
Yeah, that's our variant that we did with Ariel Diaz.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah. It's dope.
Well,
I do think it'd be cool. Like, I mean, we didn't see anything from that. Like, obviously, that didn't make like the book pop off or anything like that. But it is very cool.
Shout out to Alex, who just dropped a super chat. He says, "Welcome Gem Mint to the show. Hit that thumbs up, friends." Listen, man, I love Gem's point of view. I think that it is a different type of point of view than we normally have over here. We all have a couple statues or a couple of omnibuses, in our collection. But Gem is in that world, and it's fun to hear that point of view, especially on like, the omnibus thing, where we forget how much money some of these omnibuses are bringing in the secondary market. It's fucking crazy. Every once in a while.
The problem is, there was one point where it was guaranteed if it sold out at retail, it was going to appreciate on the aftermarket. And then people were keeping them sealed. And then there was a whole thing where, like, if you had the essentially the variant, like the direct market version, but then Marvel caught hip to it, and they started reprinting everything that was out of print, and they've been on top of their reprints. So in the omnibus world, most people aren't going to pay a premium for the first print when they can go buy the second print at half of cover price. So they kind of killed the game with the reprints, but I'm sure there's still some out of print books out there that they haven't reprinted in a while, and people are impatient and they're going to just buy it before they reprint it.
Yeah. I here's the other thing that I respect about you, brother. You do a lot of your content is just like, it's just you. You know what I mean? Like, and that is very impressive. One of the things that I talked about, I forget where I might have talked about on the Wednesday night show or the Hot 10. I was very appreciative of the time we got to spend together talking about YouTube and creating content, because I look at you and Tom and there's a couple other content creators out there, Gary from Nerdrotic, like, that have really keyed in on something special in this content world. And I got to, like, talk to you about it in a constructive criticism type of way, which was very, like I said, appreciative to me, and seeing, your point of view on that stuff, because you're one of the OGs in this industry, bro. So
and I didn't want to act like I didn't want to give you advice on what to do with your channel, but I was like, I see your channel being bigger, man. I see clips and other forms of content, because people are obviously wanting to consume the comic book content. So sometimes you got to make it digestible. Yeah. But man, I like what you're doing. That's why I wanted to jump on.
And big shout out to Joe Ed. I talked about him the other night. He's going to start doing clips for us. If you guys have seen that Robert Kirkman clip when we had him on, that's shout out to Joe Ed and his partner Danielle, who's, both of them are just really great peeps. I got to hang out a lot with them at the con, which was nice. Again, like, it always circles back to this community aspect and being able to see each other in person, shoot the shit, break bread together, both figuratively and money wise. A lot of people are working together and creating variants together or projects together, which is important, very important. So I want to, like, foster more of that. So shout out to everybody out there doing that.
I had hit up Jem after he did his walkthrough at NYCC, and I thought it was so good, and I was like, that's when you first, I think it was SDC, like, when I first started watching you did a walkthrough, and you were showing off, like, AF-15s and all that. Just really,
I always was like, I got to cover these crazy big books, man. Yeah. So I did a lot of, like, the comic book tour. I did it this time too, because it still blows my mind to see AF-15, 80, or Tech 27s and Batman 1s and all that.
Yeah, because like, if Jem's going to do a walkthrough, you're going to get a quality walkthrough, like the camera work and everything. It's not like when other people do it, it's all fuzzy and everything. Like, it's
you got to try not to move too fast, because it'll start, like, blurring and all that.
Yeah. But just so good, man. It felt like you were back in your element, man, and just firing away, dude. So
now San Diego was good content wise. I was able to touch all the different aspects that I'm into, and we covered Artist Alley. I was with Tom running around in the beginning, and it was cool. It was cool to see Will Jack. I got to see it go down with Davis. Cool to see the streams and doing the signatures and all that.
Oh yeah.
I had a blast.
I was a little low energy in that stream, I will say. By Saturday night, I was kind of out of gas a little bit, because that was also like a 5-hour stream. You know what I mean? Like, that was having to go back to back. It was like a 3-hour stream solo, and then Will showed up, and then we did 2 hours together. So I was like, by the time you showed up, I was dead.
I'm gonna use this to segue into drama alert, but I'm gonna give a big shout out to Golden Age guru Jeff.
Yo,
dude, he fucking,
that's my dog, man.
Dude, he was out every night with us. It was very impressive. So that being said, let's segue into drama alert.
Oh man, he's in the.
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comfortable drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the into the into the.
But let's get down to business.
All right. So, so one of the funniest things, and I'm putting Jeff on blast, but don't worry, bro. It doesn't look bad for you. So one of the things that's very interesting about San Diego Comic-Con is the nightlife. The nightlife is great. Everything is in the Gaslamp District. You can jump from bar to bar and walk 20 feet and find a new place. And certain places are open later than others. We're always trying to find places to eat late night, that type of stuff. So we find this place to eat late night, and we're there, we're grabbing food, and there's, of course, just like every major city, there's some fucking hooligans, some knuckleheads out there, and there's this knucklehead that is just wanting to fight everybody. Like, it was very interesting. And at one point, it got to this moment where you like thought something was going down, and this guy was fucking with Golden Gate Guru, Jeff, and Jeff has this jean jacket on, right? And that looks way 2 sizes too small for him. And he's like, fuck this. And you see him take that jacket off. You're like, okay, all right, here we go. This is the moment. So shout out to Golden Age Guru for actually putting in some work on the San Diego streets and letting somebody know this ain't no game.
He was doing some kind of work for sure.
Right. So, anyways, yeah, very interesting.
There was some other shit he got into, but I'll just keep that under my hat for now.
Well, I'll say this. So we go to the bad idea party, and we're out. It's like across the bay, and it's at this really cool place, but it's a fucking pain in the ass to get there. And you're across the bay. You've got to like find some place either to go on that side of town that's close, or on the other side of town so you can walk home. And Jeff's walking out. He's like, everybody go to this place. And it's like 10 miles away from fucking where everybody's going. I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow. No fucking way I'm going that far out of the way. But it was good time, to say the least. All right. Comic drama alert. So some of the things that I noticed during the con that were very interesting. One, again, little thing at the beginning of the show that says these are my views and my views only and yada yada. It was very interesting to see people talk about bottom shelf comics at the con. And I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say this or that, but to push him with the Ito brand was very interesting. And to see a lot of these Ito covers do amazing work and people really like geek out for them and want to get them. And they go to the Boom, get the Ito packs and everything. And then you hear all the Ito fans talking about how I would love to get the rest of these Ito covers, but I don't want to fucking buy at bottom shelf comics. And that was a very interesting point that I heard, land on my shoulder every once in a while. It was one of those like things that I went, all right, I got to keep a pin in this. So we'll see how that plays out, but that is a major issue. And, we've talked about this before. There's a lot of retailers out there that do this the right way. And then there's retailers out there that don't. And we're policing ourselves. Right? How you spend your money is very important in how this hobby moves. And, the whole DC thing was another very interesting topic about them saying, hey, there's this price gouging thing going on. And, they put a thing on their webpage, but they did not send a single email to any retailer that I know of. Now, I get it. It's on their webpage, but how many retailers are checking out their webpage constantly? Right? Not many. Mm-hmm. Are you, Davis? Are you looking at DC's webpage very often?
I've never looked at it personally, but I'm not.
See?
Hey, you know what I mean?
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but like, if you're going to set some rules and some boundaries, I would expect you to send an email, an important email to your retailer saying, hey, these are now the rules. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of retailers that weren't like Davis or weren't like Knights of Comics or weren't like KRS Comics or Rups Comics or Clutch Comics or Big Leg that were selling variants in that sweet spot, that $15 to $35 range. They were, in DC's terms, they were price gouging. Mark Brooks is a perfect example, a guy who is probably top 3 best artist in comics right now, in my opinion.
Agreed.
He is got this built-in fan base because he's been in the industry forever, and he's one of the guys that's selling books for $85 a pop. What's going to happen is DC going to hit him on the wrist, and this brings up a very interesting topic, and that being a nice little segue into the condition of books from a retailer. And this is going to be a great topic. And
I'm
Kevin,
interested, man, because I've just recently seen both sides of this.
Right?
Oh man, we're about to get into the.
We're about to get into it, bro.
All
Well,
right.
I'm glad you're here, Davis, because I had a couple of run-ins this week. So
Okay. All right.
And you do this full time, so I'm very curious. But like gutting to the Mark Brooks point, where it was like, I ordered one of his negative space variants, double signed, $85 out the door. Fine. Shows up giant color breaking tick on the cover. So now that $85 book is already less desirable to the next guy.
Mhm.
So I just write them and said, hey, can you refund it? Like, if you have another one, cool, I'll take it. But like, this book is not it. And they hide behind, well, we say it's 9.2 or better. Cool. I get it. But I'm buying this book sight unseen. You haven't even had the book by the time you're charging me. Like, you're doing this as a pre-order. The book's not even in your possession. I bought this book in May and it shipped last week. Gets to my house and it's kind of got this thing. And it's like, and it's like for my PC. So I'm not flipping it, but automatically that book is now at a loss.
Can I jump in here real quick?
Go ahead.
So working at a shop, right? I cannot believe these Penguin and Lunar shipments that you'll get with a 1 out of 100 signed book that comes pre-spine ticked for you.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, how do you eat that? Look, that they put enough attention to detail in those books. Sometimes they'll pack them in a separate Gemini. Sometimes they'll bag and board it, depending on like the publisher. But it's like those gotta be near mint plus, bro, because it's hard enough to make that travel being handled by people at the warehouse or whatever, workers packing, bomb shipping. It's like you never had a chance to begin with some of these books, dude. Right. Like that's what's crazy.
Image does a good job. So like the Battle Beast, we had a Battle Beast 11, and every 1 in 100 came pre-bagged and boarded in their own Gemini on the pallet. So like
I've seen that.
There was a shit ton of Geminis on there. So like Image does a good job with it. As far as the near mint minus thing, it's tough. On the website, I'm looking right now on markbooks.com. It says all books are sold near mint minus unless other stated. And let's say
9.2 and up, right?
9.2 or better. If they put it on the website, they put that on the website, then that's how they can sell it. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And I will say that while a color breaking spine tick is something that we don't let pass, there's little things that, like, one thing that I think a lot of buyers don't realize happens as often as it does until it happens on a copy that they wish it didn't happen to is in the bottom left or bottom right top of the spine when the cutter is as sharp as it should be. You get the binary tear, and you get some, or you get some a little bit of fraying, or you get the different, different degrees of it. It happens
CDC will still 9.8 that though.
Well, yeah, they'll still 9.8 it. It does.
Right.
It doesn't usually affect grade unless it's like a terrible one. But like, for example, our Absolute Batman was a 19 that we have the Quintana for MegaCon. Almost the entire run had binary tears on the top left and top, the top and bottom of the spine, and I can't tell you the amount of messages I got that are like, this book is damaged, please refund. And it's like, no,
like they're all like this though.
That's the whole print run. It's also a production that's the blade is not sharp enough.
Right.
Not going to affect the grade. You know what I mean? That's not something that we can help. And I think that if people that complained about, and I don't have any problem with this. I get that you don't realize this.
For sure.
But when people start arguing, when I'm like, yo, go, I don't really get into it. I usually accept the refund for what it's worth. But
Right.
It's like go into your boxes and look. You don't even realize how many of your books have that. It's only when you get the Quintana and you look at it under a microscope that you notice that, right?
You're right back.
I mean, even Absolute Batman 22, we had our Molina. Every single issue of Absolute Batman 22 has a production issue on the back of the book. So we made sure to tell people. It's not something that you're probably even going to be able to see on camera. I'll show when Brian gets here.
Yeah, but bro, sometimes foils will all have line streaks in the same batch of 100 books.
The line.
I mean, I just got my Felix art, Daniel Warren Johnson, and there's a color rub on the back. It's manufactured.
Yeah, they'll have
part of it. Like
color blotches. I've noticed as well on the backs.
Yep, there's a lot. The foils that DC does, they're really nice, but there will be a lot of little white spots that happen. There's that line that also most of the Quintanas that we had at MegaCon had that line as like an indented. It's like a perfectly precise, very thin line that goes through the entirety of the cover. That was on pretty much every single copy, and people are like, "This is damaged." I'm like, "It's not damaged. That's how the book. That's the paper. They're printing on a piece of paper that has that. That's all it is. We can't help that."
It's hard to reply though, but like this is how it came.
Yeah,
Brian, but I kind of feel like if you're upfront on that, people will understand. If you say every one of them has this, like.
Yeah.
So not even just that. That's on a bunch of the copies. I don't know if you're even gonna tell. On right there on this.
Yeah,
right
you can see it.
It's almost like it's trying to be a square bound book almost.
It's a little indentation, but it's not on the spine. It's actually like a very small amount off of the spine. So it's not a spine tick. It's just an indentation. And I have two different Absolute Batman 22s. It's in the I have this one, and then we have our Brett Booth that we're dropping soon. And that one has it too. So it's the entire print run. I checked other people's books. It's like that. I got a bunch of cancellations when I showed people. They're like, "That's damage." I'm like, "That's not damage. That's production. That's not damage."
Hey, send me a couple of those, Davis.
Yeah,
those damaged copies.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can play
I
with
think
them.
it's almost like as a raw collector is harder to deal with than a slab collector, because a slab collector, as long as it's a 9.8 and the slab's clean, we're probably going to be happy.
Right.
But raw collector, you don't really know, is CGC going to mark off for this or not? You haven't just sifted through 200 of them to realize, oh, this is on every damn one of these.
Yeah, I mean, dude. So our EOM Black Cat, we the one that I shared with KRS and Tom, beautiful cover. We plan to cut it down to 750. We actually last minute had to cut it down more to 600 because we were only able to find 200 copies a piece. I actually had to have Chris from KRS ship me 18 copies to get me to 200 because I did. So like those are fucked. There are some
off top, all the
crazy
books on the
damages.
bottom and on the top are all always thrashed.
These ones had this crazy like squiggle. It was like someone took a screwdriver and hit the front of the cover. It was like this weird little tear thing that didn't actually tear. Anyway, I think that there's different retailers that are going to do it different ways. I list books now as 9.2 or better, but I also think that people don't realize that like some people will look at one spine tick and be like, that's a 9.2. I don't send out spine ticks. We don't send out color breaking spine ticks. I do the 9.2 or better for things like the binary tear that you'll still get a 9.8 for, like that dot I just showed you, you'd still get a 9.8 for. But by saying 9.2 or better, it protects me if someone's like, that's damaged. I'm like, that's not damaged. They want a refund. Because the thing is, you're not like, we as retailers can never guarantee a 9.8. That's just the reality. But I will say on the flip side, my team knows that we do not send out something with a color breaking spine tick. That's
the only one that's an egregious one to me though. Is like, yeah, that's after the fact. Usually, some of them image books, man, some of those dorks come with the color breaking spine ticks, right? Like,
color corner dings, color
what's
breaking spine
interesting
ticks.
is if you get like for instance in Kevin's position, he buys a Mark Brook book for what was the buy-in on that book, Kevin?
$80, he said?
It was $85 for
$85
and Mark Brooks.
Okay, you get it. It's got a major fucking nasty spine tick. You're not going to be able to even flip that book for half that price. So
you would like to keep the value of it at the very least, right?
At least not buying.
At least for a little bit, but like the minute it's in my possession and I see that book is already.
Do you have that book around you, Kevin?
I could go run up and get it. It's upstairs. I know exactly.
I think you sent me a
Is it
pic
like
of it
on the cover?
I feel like did you put a pic
it's
of
on
it
the
up
cover.
somewhere?
I'm actually. I didn't put a picture, but I have one. I can show.
Yeah,
it to
send
you.
me a
I can
pic,
actually
Kevin.
send it to you.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna message you to see what you thought because when I messaged Mark to his thing, he's like, "Well, we say this and that," and like. That's all fine, but in the last 2 months, I've probably dropped almost $1,000 to Mark Brooks. So like your $185 book that I bought in May. And again, I'm not asking for another one. I'm not asking for, if you don't have it, fine. Just give me my $85 back. Like,
again, I
you
think
know?
it goes to customer service and how important customer service is. And
Exactly.
To every retailer out there, to every creator out there that's becoming a retailer, like if customer service is involved, make sure that even if you feel pissed off about a situation, just like look at it from a different angle and say, customer service is always going to be better for my company and my brand. Right? Hey, you got a spine tick? I'll make sure you get another one, or I'll make it right. I'll figure out a way to make it right. Keep that
You're not
one.
going to
I'll
win
send
anybody
you
over sticking to the sale.
yes. And here's another perfect example. You know, I saw a lot of people talking about this, the one-stop comic shop guys talking about this information of, you know, whether a book should be, you know, what type of grade it should be in if you're buying a brand new book, brand new retailer exclusive variant off the printer within the last couple months. Somebody said, in my opinion, you shouldn't be shipping anyone a 9.4 book if you're charging them $70 for it. One Stop Comic Shop replied,
I agree with that.
that is what we pre-order. That is what the pre-order is for, a 9.4 or greater copy. When offering a pre-sale, there is no way of knowing the condition of the comics we are going to get and any manufacturing defects. Buyers are provided this information in detail, both in listing the title and description. You are also very aware of this, Kevin, as you have placed 5 orders with us, including a pre-order for Clayface. If you are unhappy with the way we sell pre-orders, I can happily cancel your order number. Now, here's the problem with this. That feels like a threat.
He can happily do it.
That's
He
a
had me,
threat.
and then he lost me at the end.
I will tell you, I chimed in on this one too. I got all up in Dan.
At
from
first, I was like,
One
"Well, that's
Stop Shop.
reasonable," but
Yeah, you're in your feels now, and this is what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. But I was all ready to, and I tore into Dan, and he was like, and then he changed the post. So if you go on Absolute Batman and look at this conversation now, he changes his answer to mint is now 9.9 or 10.0, and like then he's like telling me, read what I wrote, and I'm like, I read it. I took a screenshot of it. I saved it because I knew you would go and edit it, and you know, literally put him on blast for his. And I even said to him, I'm like, I could tell you're emotional about this. I could tell you probably got a lot of calls. And I just think you missed the mark on how you handled this. And he was like, I agree to disagree. And I was like, okay.
So
but knowing how the industry is, right, with pre-orders, I mean, there's always a risk that there's going to be damages. That's the reality. So going into it, if I'm buying a book, like I know there could be a chance where the book's not going to be fucking perfect. That's why it depending on what it is and depending on that's why you have some trusted retailers out there. Like if you buy from somebody you've never bought before and they're new to the game and you're doing a pre-order, there's a risk. There's a risk. Now, guys that have been doing it a long time, they're going to take care of you, right? Because that's why they're around for a long time. But like, know who you're buying from first, too, man. That, I mean, and it's a risk, man. It's paper. It happens, man. You know,
it happens. It happens more than people realize.
Yeah,
for sure. There's way more damages that we get that people don't realize. But I think the few points that I don't ever pre-order books. I never pre-sale. I don't do pre-sales until I see them. If we had pre-sold that EOM book, we would not have been able to fulfill 250. What is that? Yeah, 250 books that we would not have been able to sell because they would have been terrible. And you have to go through like replacements and refunds and all. It's just not worth the headache to me. It's just like, just wait for the book to come in. You can show how it looks in hand. I also think that people really appreciate in the age of Amazon Prime and all that. People like when they know they're buying a book that they're going to get it soon. I do not like the idea of buying something and then waiting 3 months for it.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm just going to buy it when I know you have it. So that's why I like the Whatnot thing. And even if Whatnot were to go away, if I switched to pure website, I would only drop it in hand. I'd post a video on my story to show people I got this. It's going to be shipping Monday. I think that's the way to sell. And then the other thing again is, although I do list things as 9.2 or better, that's really for people that think binary terrors and makes it a 9.0. It's like, that's silly stuff like that. But
I don't know if
I
you
send
can
something
see
out,
it,
it's got a
but
spine.
my wife just brought me the
Yeah, I'm curious.
So.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
jeez.
What the fuck?
That's my $85 purchase.
That's
they
rough.
double signed $85. And when I email Mark, he's like, sorry, we claim 9.2 or better.
Wow. If I ever, there's books that show up to people that have spine ticks that my team will miss or it happened in shipping. And I default to, I either send you a replacement if I have it, or if it's sold out, it's an instant refund, no problem. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you're right. It's like I know a few people who have like a no cancellation policy on Whatnot. It's automatic denial on cancellations. I'm like, I'd rather keep that buyer. I want them to know I'm
They're
going to
spend more money with you in the future, like long-term money rather than short-term money, in my opinion. It's
well, and that's what I said. I emailed Mark back and I took a screenshot of all the stuff I've ordered since I joined the Brooks Brigade, and there's like 4 unfulfilled. I'm like, you know what? If that's the case, I don't want to risk it. You could cancel all these unfulfilled. I'd rather wait till I could see the book in my hand, buy it secondary where someone has whatever, because this book is now never going to be the $85 investment.
The sad part about all this is that Mark Brooks, who is one of the best comic creators in the game, and could have so much more respect, just keeps on fucking himself and making these comments or these actions that like are creating this us versus them type of attitude. Now, I'm in a very lucky place, you guys. I never, again, back to the little disclaimer at the beginning of this, what I say isn't what these guys on the panel agree with. And I'm in a weird place. I'm not a retailer. I'm able to kind of talk about these things. If you're going to
Me too.
Yeah, right? If you're going to continue to like create this us versus them attitude and then pull shit like that, like it's stupid of us to not be like, hey, watch yourselves around Mark Brooks sales. And that's a bummer because he's such a great creator and artist. And again, I would love to have Mark on the channel to talk about stuff like this. But again, this is the type of thing that we're talking about. And it brings up the great conversation about what is respectable when you're buying a pre-sale or you're buying a book from a retailer, what you expect the condition of that book to be in. And we talk about this all the time. We talk about creators that really do well on that factor, whether it's the shipping. You look at like Brian Polito and J. Scott Campbell. Their shipping is fucking second to none. And that book is going to get you into in your hands in the condition that it left their hands. That's one of the things. Davis talking about how he's not going to sell a book until he knows the condition of it. We've had multiple retailers that have gotten books in and said, hey, half of the fucking print run is damaged. I
mean, look at like Absolute Batman 20, where they had to get everyone had sold books and they all came in with damage. It's like
Well, did you see that too? The funny thing came out about that, Davis, is Lost Boy Comics was selling the 9/8/20s and all of the cover A's were damaged. So they decided, instead of all the people they took the money for, they got the second prints slabbed for the people that ordered them.
Crazy.
And then sent the guy the second print 9/8 with a, hey, here's a raw copy of the first one because it had the damage. And I'm just like, talk about a bait. And then didn't want to refund the guy that complained about it. I'm like, that's not even what you sold the guy.
Yeah, I mean, even on the same, so that print job that caused the Absolute Batman 20, that affected a lot of books. So that was the Dork that came out that same week. I had the John Boy Myers wraparound, and the John Boy Myers wraparound I had to get reprinted because all of them had it. And that one was it was also on the inside cover. And I actually, it's funny because I had somebody I know that sent some copies in and still got a 9/8. So they, on the inside cover, it probably wouldn't have even been a thing. But still, had I pre-sold that, I think it took 5 weeks for that Dork to come in. And it's like, why even risk that? To me, if you're a retailer, it's not worth the gamble, especially with how often shipping things are happening. Paper quality is going down. You know what I mean? Like all these different things happen. It's just wait till you have the book in hand and sell it then, because you can get a count. Like I don't even decide my print runs. People will be like, what print runs are you doing for your books? And a lot of people have standardized print runs, standardized pricing. I wait till I see it. My team goes through it. We have all of our counts. I know what our damage is, our near met minuses, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I even had, I think I had almost 100. No, I had like 80, I think, near met minus Dan Quintana's. I just did those as a separate drop. So that way it was like very clear. Like if these have something that's like, even though it's near mint minus was like a mark on the back or something that would make it a 9.6 instead of a 9.8. And then mostly on the back cover. And I sold those separately to be like, I could have just mixed those in because technically I have a 9.2 or better disclaimer. So it would have been fine. I would have been fine. But I don't feel right doing that because people are, you know what I mean? Like no one wins in that scenario. I get mad emails. Customers aren't happy. Do it as a separate drop. Know that you're getting that. You didn't have a chance at the near mint ones. So do it as a separate drop. And, you know what you're getting and everyone wins.
Mm-hmm. And even with Dan at One Stop, going back to that, when he starts berating this guy, now everybody's in on it. And like, you know, it's tough if you're going to take a shot. The gatekeeping that like was displayed in that whole conversation, because it's a $60 book, and instead he's going to be like threatening the guy, like, oh, you want, and then even people call him out like, you're giving away his order number, and he's like, no one else could get info from their order number but me, and like, I'm like, the optics of it looks so shitty. Like, was it worth it?
That can be done with that, but that is a weird thing to do.
And happily, he said, happily.
Yeah, it's like a weird flex. Like, I'm gonna, you know, you came at me about a damaged book. Well, I still got one over on you because
how dare you be a customer? How dare you?
I got a copy. I got one of the what did he have? The Harley from San Diego. I was live streaming and they dropped it, and I still went over and got one. I'm curious how that looks.
Is that the foil where she's tattooing her
Yeah.
name? I got mine today. They came great. Those were fine. And so like that's it. And I don't fault him for, you know, the book, and you know, it had the line, the guy wasn't happy. I got one that had a tick, and he gave me the same spiel. I'm like, look, it's a tick. I could feel the difference. Like I'm not a schnook. I know what I'm talking, like, just give me my money back. If you don't have another one, just give me my money back. You can think this book is okay, fine. I don't want it in my collection.
The thing that's funny, me and Tom have talked about this, that the thing with the Quintana is if somebody really didn't like with like the binary tears or whatever, we're happy to refund. Just send the book back and we'll auction it, and we'll probably get more than we even dropped it for. So it's a win. Just give the person their refund. You know what I mean? Like there's no that Mark Brooks, like if Comic Sketch Art goes live, that exact book, if they took a refund on that, what would that auction for? Probably, honestly, probably more than, I feel like that book is like a few $100 book, right? So just give the refund and run an auction on it, make your money back. Everyone wins.
And that was it. Even Dan made me return the one with the tick on my dime. But like, hey, I'll pay you the money. You're gonna make me spend the 12. I'd rather get my money back and then have the shitty book. Fine. But like, he didn't even want to do that for this guy. It was, and that's why I was curious for you. And it's like, first off, your prices aren't even close. You're more better to the fans. So I respect that and I appreciate that. But like you said, for the one sale, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? If the customer's unhappy, even if he's a pain in the ass, then at one point you go, all right, I'm just not going to sell to you anymore. Like,
right.
Yeah.
If he was going to cancel it,
you know,
if he was down to cancel it anyway, just cancel it right in the beginning and just block the guy from doing business if you don't like him or whatever.
Yeah. Not even speaking to like, I'm not chiming in. This is not, you know, whatever. They can do what they want to do, right? I'm trying to stay, you know, I'm clean of that whole thing. But I'm just saying, even like my books are usually never out of the 25 is usually a higher end book for me. Sometimes 35 if it's like big Quintana Absolute Batman, right? It's like I do agree that if I was charging 70 for a book, they're all near mint, clear bags, COA'd. I'm sealing every book with a kiss. You know what I mean? If I'm fucking selling those books for $70, I'm going above and beyond. You know what I mean? So
I will buy the $70 Davis Ryder DNA book. So when you put that up in your store, when you put that book up, give me that. I'm in.
Also, I do want to say though, it's always easy in hindsight to talk about these things, but in the moment, he might have gone through his 80th email and he was like, "Man, fuck this guy."
Oh yeah,
I get it.
But caught him at a bad time, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I said to him.
You're fucking tired. Yeah.
And even my final note to him, trying to be like, "Hey, you do a lot of business with Seth, man. Like you're. It's not, but I think you handled this one wrong." And he's like, "I agree to disagree." And I'm like, "All right, I clearly see you're never going to be wrong, so we're going to just let you go." Be your way.
Well, the minute you like come back with that kind of energy, right? It always optically just comes across as really bad. So, you know, might as well take that guy's email if you're going to respond to it, enter it into ChatGPT, and then take that email and respond.
Say this nicely.
Yeah. What's the most
couldn't agree
apparently
more.
The guy that started
polished
the whole thing
way I
chat.
can respond?
Is he? Is he
yeah,
good?
he's driving. He said, or he'd comment, but he's seeing us talk about his situation. So, Kevin, we're looking out for you.
Yeah. I want to jump topics real quick because this is something that's very interesting. We talked about this on Wednesday night. You know, there was all this talk about these fist fights happening at San Diego. And don't get me wrong, there was a couple of like little situations caught on camera where you could tell people were like little butthurt about
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't know if there was actual fist fights. Was there?
I don't know. That's the crazy thing. I said, where are the videos? I want to see the videos of the fist fights, because if there's a fist fight happening at San Diego, there's at least one fucking video of it. Don't get it twisted. Everybody's got a camera, right? So this was from Felix
I think
Comic
we definitely
Art.
would have saw. How many angles did we see of the Peach Momoko brawl? Right?
Yep.
Like I think I actually believe Felix on this one that there probably was no fight, because I think we would have. I mean, in the age of in 2026 nowadays, as soon as the fight goes down, people are going to be immediately pulling their phones out and filming it. That's people's instinct if some shit goes down. So we would have seen some videos.
So Felix Comics Art put out a post, talking about one of the fights that was said to happen was at Felix's booth due to the Dark Knight Returns recreated books that everybody were trying to like. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they sold those?
Oh, bro. They not only do they sell them. Shout out to Mike Hansen on Wednesday night. Mike said that he literally saw somebody offer a $10,000 watch in trade for one of those books.
What?
Yeah.
God.
So
I mean, it's kind of a crazy product.
It is. It's a really crazy product. And from what I'm hearing, maybe DC isn't happy about it and they're sending a cease and desist. I don't know how true that is.
I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing too.
But for those of you guys that don't know, there was a book put out called Batman the Dark Knight Recreated, where it had a bunch of like current artists recreating pages from that book and selling it as a hardcover. And there was only like 10, maybe 15, I guess, copies available. Something ridiculous, some small amount. And people were going crazy for this book. And there was rumors of a fist fight happening at the booth over this book. So Felix Comic Art, well, first of all, Bleeding Cool and Rich Johnson put out a big post confirming that it happened. I mean, when you say fist fights break out at San Diego Comic-Con over copies of Batman, the Dark Knight Recreated, that's confirming it to me. You're saying it happened. So Felix Comic Art put out a post on their IG. Right? Saying, quite surreal to read this Bleeding Cool San Diego Comic-Con story about something that never happened at all in any way, shape, or form. No books, no fights. I suppose it could seem plausible given the overall excitement for everything else at our booth. But yeah, fake news.
Had to pat himself on the back a little bit.
Right?
I mean, I could see it. We had crazy shit. I could see it, but no, it didn't happen.
This is funny because I got to be honest, okay? I did bring up the fact that at San Diego this year, you could tell that artist reps hold a lot of sway in the comic industry right now. Mm-hmm. And on the industry show, I talked about that. And I got a lot of people kind of reaching out to me being like, what do you mean about that? And this is not me throwing any shade on Felix Comic Art or Doug at Comic Sketch Art or Scott's Collectibles or any artist rep out there. It's just me noticing that you guys have a lot of power in this industry right now.
Kind of like pimpage?
I don't know if that's the case. I will say this.
I don't know about that one.
There's a lot of money that their decisions can change the way money stacks, right? If Comic Sketch Art said we're not going to this con, a ton of people are losing money. Mm-hmm. A fucking ton. Mm-hmm. And if Felix Comic Art says we're not going to release this variant or Dragoto's not going to be signing for us at this con, there's a lot of money that's being lost.
A big deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Felix Comic Art, holds a lot of that sway. It's very interesting. And to see this article be written, I will say this. If there's anybody out there that has video of it, put the video up. Put the video up.
I would love to see that video. Send it to me in the DMs.
Yeah. Right? Put it up. I want to see it.
Yeah, was there at least an argument? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right?
Because I've seen people say, oh man, they were fighting and they were yelling at each other. That's not fighting,
The only time that I saw anything close to like issues or personally was for that Batman Shoe Palace box. I was walking by it.
Some Scrabbles.
Yeah, there were some situations where security was called in, but I don't know about any fist fights happening. So
I feel like fist fights we definitely would see. Like I said, I feel like we definitely would see videos of that.
Yeah.
My Taco Bell is here. I'll be right back.
So, anyways, very interesting take. We'll see how this plays out. A lot of people even said, like, even Brett Bean responded. I don't know if that's Brett Bean. I hope it is. He says the rumors spread everywhere.
That is Brett's actual channel.
I heard it too, but I was all over the floor all days. I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
Not to say it didn't happen. I just didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we would have seen video of this by now. I mean, the amount of video that I have seen about all the bullshit going on the floor, there's a lot of it out there. So I feel like if that would have happened at Felix Comic Art, which is one of the biggest, booths of the con, we would see it. For example, here we go. Look at this.
Leaving. Yeah, we're leaving. It's all right. Yeah.
Oh, I saw this.
Man, you really
Right?
are
I mean,
pretty aggressive here, right?
It's one of the employees of the con.
Yeah, this is an employee at the con
Hey, watch the language.
getting into it with somebody.
I'm leaving. Yeah, we're leaving. It's all right. Yeah. Dang, you really are pretty aggressive here, right?
Yeah, you too, nigga.
Nigga? You calling me nigga?
Go.
I'll push over to your boss. Who's your security?
Go.
My security? Dang, what? Dang, you cuss in front of me?
Let me call my dad, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the ghetto. We're not in Compton. This is San Diego, one of the richest cities in America.
Let me call my dad. Stay right there.
All right. Sorry about that. I would do...
No, also when you put a phone in somebody's face, they're not going to be as
Totally.
Yeah.
or polite.
Totally.
It's an automatic agitating
Yes.
fucking experience, I'm sure.
And you see
At the
everybody's
same
getting
time, though,
crazy.
You got to keep it professional at work, though.
Well, he's
Amen.
also on the other side of a barricade, so clearly he was
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
go somewhere he's not. When
I
you see
can't-
the stanchion there,
I can't wait to see Jim at New York Comic Con this year.
So not only
See how
that,
professional I can.
I mean, there was more. Here we go. Hold on here.
Hey, guys, come on. Hey. Hey, guys, come on.
This was for that box. This was one of the days opening. as soon
This
as
is
they're
the
opening.
Upper Deck Absolute Batman shirt box.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, guys, come on. Hey.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that, boss. I'm truly sorry.
Truly sorry.
Thank you very much.
By the way, check this out. Hold on. See if I can find this. There's Vinny right there. Look at Vinny. Vinny Kumar standing in line, waiting for that box.
Thank you very much. Come on. Come on. No, I'm
Fighting over the last position in line. No, I'm last.
Somebody points their finger in my face like that.
Man.
It's gonna be very
Slapping-
hard for me not
slapping
to
the
slap
shit out
him.
of him.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking slap the shit out of him.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. There's
Crazy.
so many videos of the shit where I feel like
Really
the
not
video.
that serious.
No. So this was another one. Here we go.
I saw this one.
Yeah, it's a Comic Con with kids.
Back of the line.
Yeah, these adults are trying to fight. Yo,
Come on, guys. You gotta chill out, man.
it's a Comic Con for kids, you goof. What?
I love that. Shut your mouth, fuckface.
Was this guy part of the fight, or did he just get mad for no reason?
I think he probably just telling this motherfucker quit agitating.
You gotta chill out, man. It's a Comic-Con for kids, you goof.
I want to I got.
Where did this guy come from? What did he say? Fuck me for?
He's just ready to fight.
Why are you getting in the middle of it?
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's just ready to fight.
He didn't like
He's not
that.
the
It
only
was,
one.
that he said Comic Con was for kids.
Yeah.
Unless that's the
love
guy
all
they're
that.
talking about. Like he
For
jumped
no
in front of
reason was this
everybody,
guy.
calling me out.
What? No. I'm not gonna. I'm smiling at you.
No.
You're so mad. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep smiling at you. Yeah. Dude, he got a new ring. I'm recording. This is great. This is gonna be all over social media. Oh, you got me.
What is this guy's deal?
I just think.
Nobody's making the situation better. Just stop.
Okay. I will be honest. You have been very reasonable about it. I appreciate you. I was having too much fun. I had Starbucks. It's the caffeine. It got me going.
So like that's to get into like preview night or something, right? Everybody's like, I gotta get to Alex Party's booth to get that fucking Garfield fucking OA. You know what I mean? They're like, I gotta get that shit ASAP. I'm gonna fight somebody over it. So
Getting like I get the second guy that was like, you're just making it worse, calm down.
Right.
But just snapping and being like, hey, fuck face. You know
That just
what I mean?
shows you
Like,
it's all how you talk to people. Because first guy painted himself in the corner because the guy was like, I'm not gonna stop. Like, what are you gonna do now? And he couldn't do shit. So
that's weird.
it's so fucking crazy,
That's a
bro.
weirdo.
Yeah.
I always love hearing that threat. I'm recording this.
Hey,
So-
John, you remember the drunk couple inside the elevator? And I told John, "You're lucky you were here, G, because I was gonna strangle that motherfucker, bro." And he goes, "They were drunk, hood." And I was like,
Drunk.
"All right."
I was
Yeah.
that guy. I said, "You're just making it worse."
Hey, Nutter.
But we're in a fucking elevator though. It's not like we had a place to get away.
Here's another one.
Record this.
Grab your stuff. You're gonna follow me. Following you. Are you gonna be the front of the line or the back? I didn't know anything. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at right now is the reason why San Diego Comic-Con is the greatest comic convention in the world. Look how beautiful that is. Like, look at that. That is fucking gorgeous. You're on the ocean. The sun is going down. Like, you're waiting in a line. I get it. That sucks. But if I could be waiting in a line anywhere in the world at this moment, it'd be this line. Look at that.
Saturday.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, dude.
In front of line.
Security for the con. Straight up cops on bikes.
It's fine. We're good. We're good. Nobody's getting
Holy
hurt.
fuck.
Peter Piper.
Holy
Nobody's
fuck.
getting hurt.
Holy fuck.
Stay in line. Roll down your
Holy fuck.
Is this like the number one guy in the line at Hall H? It's the only thing I could think of. Look at that sunset. Are you kidding me?
It might be, it very well may be that. Just start forming right here. Okay. Right behind the young lady over there. Yep. Right behind the young lady. Right behind the young lady. Yep.
Holy fucking shit, dude. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. And this is when it pays to be 6'6" black man. 'Cause ain't nobody gonna say shit to me. Single file? All right.
We can't block this.
Okay. Holy shit. And I got to record it on my medals. We just got first in line.
First in line for Hall H.
Yep.
First in line for Hall H. That's pretty impressive, right?
That's crazy. But so when does what day is this that he's filming this? Like Monday night or something? Tuesday night?
Yeah. They got to sleep another night in order for this to pay off, right?
I don't really understand the payoff, but
I don't either, bro.
30
I'm right there
minutes
with you.
from Marvel.
Yeah, I could watch it all on Twitter the next fucking a minute after it happens.
I don't got to be the first to see it, man.
Yeah.
This guy's literally the first.
Yeah. That's impressive, dude. Here we go. Here's the drama.
Oh,
They just pulled us out of an order. We've had an order.
We were there, man. I don't know what to tell you. I apologize.
Nobody was there.
Nah. I followed the guy. You might want to get in line, Chief.
I'm in charge of the line, so I can wipe out half the group right now, or you can listen to me. We can try and communicate. All right?
Yeah, like I heard what you're saying, but I followed the guy who said to do the thing, and this is it. So
I would be way in the back, so I'm just
Motherfucker brought a chair. Look at that sunset. Look at that fucking sunset.
I was following the guy, man. You had to be there.
The guy.
Hey, Meta, record this.
Right? It's pretty cool. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, the Meta glasses were in effect this week. Fucking Gem Mint had the Metas on. Okay, I got to ask you, as a content creator, are they worth picking up?
Yeah, I think you'll get your money's worth out of them because they're not really that expensive and they look good. They look like regular Ray-Ban black shades. And I did make some content with it going through CGC boxes, POV, and all that. And then when we were out, I didn't really use it that much, but I caught everybody one time. But I always told everybody, like, if I had them on, even though you could see the blinking light or whatever. But yeah, I would get them, man, especially if you do the type of content I do where it's like it's a lot of like things, whether it's books or figures or whatever. But the only thing is it's not there yet. It kind of, unless I'm doing it wrong, it's in one format, which is kind of like not portrait and not landscape. So you can kind of crop it either way, depending on.
Oh, we just lost you. Your mic just went out, bro.
Check the cable.
He's using a meta mic.
Yeah, he's using a meta mic.
Yo, check. All right, my
You're
bad.
good. You're good.
Yeah. So the quality isn't 100% there when you have to crop it to format it for like long form videos, but still, it was cool. I did some IG stuff and all that.
It was cool. I thought it was interesting. It was very interesting. I need
like
to get
it had me and you toasting a drink. That looked fire as fuck to me, man.
Fuck yeah,
giving people
bro.
dap and all that.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Hey, Brian. I don't know if it's drama, but like at the National, you've heard of the King of Cards, right? And I think I sent it to you. He's getting so much heat because he made a deal with this father and son on a Shohei 1 of 1, right? And I think the deal with $12,000, and the card just kept going up and up and up, and then he ended up selling it for close to $100,000 or something like that. So he pays for the family to come to the National, pays for them, makes content, and then gives that family $20,000.
Sorry about that. Okay, where did you send that, Hood? Where did you send that?
I sent it to your IG, and you can pull it up. The King, but he's getting a lot of hate.
What
like,
is it,
people are
King of
pissed
Cards?
off.
Because we got to talk about the National.
King of Cards. That's his. He's one of the top content creators for collecting and.
But
and
which one?
There,
Why
there
is he
he
getting
is.
a lot of heat?
King of Cards, New York, I think, or is that him?
What was he using? Meta glasses or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
No, go back. I don't think that's him.
Might be regular.
Well, he's all over YouTube.
King of Cards.
Yeah, just King of Cards. No, like probably go to YouTube and type in King of Cards.
All right.
Because that's where all the content is. But people have been coming out saying like they don't they think it's bullshit that he's just making content to make himself look better. That
Oh, I've heard about this guy, bro. Yeah,
Hey, but he
100%.
does
I've
that
heard
shit
about
all the
this guy.
time. It's not like
gotta be
he's doing
something
it
that-
the one time.
Yeah, this guy right here, he's catching a lot of shit right now, right?
yeah, because he was trying to make it right. You know what I mean? Brought the family and gave him $20,000 and gave him another show high card. You know.
So explain
But
what happened.
I don't know if he
explain
felt
what happened real
guilty.
quick. What happened?
So, this father and son had a show high 1 of 1, and they went to the King of Cards and they comped it, and it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 15, and he gave them 12, and they were good with it, and they were happy. Well, the card ended up still going up, and he was getting a lot of offers for it, right? And then eventually the card went through the roof, and he sold it to another guy for like almost 100K. And then he said, well, I'm gonna do right by this family. He reached out to him, hey, I want to invite you guys down to the National. I got a gift for you. And he ended up giving, that's it right there.
Here we go.
So I don't know if we take it off mute.
So you want to see it?
Definitely.
Absolutely love this card. You know the whole story. I got it so long ago, turned down offer after offer as Otani Market has built. Out of respect to you, not naming any numbers, but it's the biggest sale I've done. And we're going to do something special as well for those that we got it from to say thank you. 1 of 1 Otani is officially sold. I'm very excited for it to go to you.
Thank you.
He also happens to have something to pair with it, making it the perfect home. He has an all aces 1 of 1 Otani. So those are going to look pretty sweet next to each other.
Yes, sir.
And I know you know that we're doing something special after this with some of that. So
Glad to be a part of it, man. Thank you for making a deal.
long time no see.
So here's the family he brought out.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
My wife,
Hello.
Kristen.
Hi, nice to meet you. Finally.
Great to see you guys. And man, I'm so happy you guys are here.
Yeah.
When you guys sold me that card,
12,000 is what he bought it for.
you guys walked it around that whole show, and like you were asking, I think 15 grand, was that right? About that?
16.
Yeah. And nobody was buying it.
No.
So 12 was like good, and you got offered that, and I matched it. And you know, as I told you, it went, for a crazy number. And at this point now, like I immediately turned to, oh my God, like I remember where I got it. I have something special for you. I got a little gift. You guys came all this way.
It's your gift as well.
You guys gave me, the most insane opportunity to buy a card that turned into something monumental, and like I can't believe you're bringing me something on top of that. Hold that thought. I got something special for you guys, okay? First thing I wanted to make sure was, as a gift, to make sure you guys got some skin back in the game and a way to remember all this by, I was able to get you an All Kings for you guys to keep. And so, for me, a father and son, like coming up, I think we got the deal at the time right, crazy enough. It's really what it was worth. But things like this,
that bitch immediately
it
now
gives me
too.
such a
Right?
They're
good
like, fuck
opportunity
that.
to do
We're gonna sell
something
this one too.
special
Let's
with.
double down.
During that time.
Bro, I got a little bit of respect for this. Like he didn't have to
No,
do
the
any
whole
of this.
time
shit.
I'm like,
This guy's getting some shit.
Yeah. I like
For
this
what?
guy.
From August until October, when he went crazy. The All Kings market wasn't even a thing. The base card was like a fraction of what it is now. It kept climbing and climbing and climbing. I was turning down offers. I paid you $12K, and then when things started heating up, I had the card out. People don't realize anybody could have bought it from me in the month after that for $20, and I would have been very happy. I had a sticker out there. I was asking basically the same that you guys did. And then he got hotter, and I adjusted, and then the offers came in for 30 while I have it at 50. It got to a point where I just took it off the table. I don't do this solely for the dollars. It has become a huge part of it, but also, like I said, when I get a chance to do something special, you guys said that meant something to you at that time. So I'm gonna send you guys $20,000.
Fuck, bro. Fucking A, how can you not hate? Like, if you hate this guy for any reason, this is all wiped out at this point. I don't give a fuck, like, what this guy did.
Is he getting shit for this or for some past stuff?
No, for this. He's getting shit for making content about giving this family $20,000.
Oh, fuck off! Anybody that's giving him shit,
that's
fuck
how.
off.
That's
the
bro. You think there's
world,
drama in comics? Like you can't even do anything nice for people anymore. He's like, nah.
The thing is too, it's like people that give Mr. Beast.
It's for clicks.
He's like Mr. Beast puts a fucking well in somewhere in Africa, and people are like, "Oh, you had to film it." It's like, how do you think he pays to do this? Like, it's they pay for this way. That's how they can afford to do a fucking well. Like, God, people just be happy that cool stuff's happening.
Yeah, dude, it's not like he went and said, you know what, that homeless guy out there, I'm gonna go film me, buy him a Chick-fil-A and feed him outside so that I can feel good and my friends can see that I'm not really a piece of shit, and I probably am. You know what I mean? That
he just gave them 20 grand
right.
on top.
There's
of
a whole story
and a
around
big
this
card,
whole
right?
thing.
That other one.
Yeah, the PSA 10. That is fucking karma. Listen, you guys, I get it. Like karma is this thing I talk about all the time. I get shit for saying karma. If you guys don't think it's real, it's fucking real.
Real thing, bro.
It means
what about
something.
the family too? He flies them out and they bring him a gift. Like
Yeah,
almost as a
dude.
thank you for like the family too. Like everybody in this is like cool to me. I don't get where this shit
And also, how many people see this and are like, I want to be like that? How many other good deeds come of seeing this happen?
Amen. Amen.
I
Fuck
think,
yeah.
I think it's crazy. I mean, he paid for all their tickets and a hotel, and then he gave him the one-on-one of Tiny. And, you know, like, first of all, how many people do you know buy something, make a deal, agree to it, shake hands? Now it's mine, right? And then when it goes up in value like that, they look for the person that they bought it from and say, hey, man, I didn't know it was going to keep going up like that. And I want to bless you because I got blessed.
Right.
You know, most people just say, hey, man, we agreed on that price. It's mine now. So whatever I make is mine, you know?
It reminds me of when Brian had the pack opening with Vinny, and Vinny ended up getting that one of one show high, and Brian could have kept that card and said, hey, wait a minute, you know? But he said, nah, man, send it to you. That's $1 million card, man.
Yeah.
But what happened, like you sold the Ovechkin, right? For almost that.
Yeah,
at that time.
pay it forward. Yeah, fucking A.
Yeah.
So when I pulled that card, for those of you guys that don't know, I put up this is back in the flip side days. I had bought a case of 2018 Bowman baseball, and I hadn't bought it for the show high. I bought it for the Ronald Acuna cards, and I said, you know what, the first box out of the case, I'm gonna do a break on it. So I did a break on it. It was $16 per pack. They were jumbo packs of 2018 Bowman. And it was funny because Stein always brings this up, because Stein was pack 17 and Vinny was pack 16. And in the pack 16, I pulled the show high gold auto. And for those of you guys that don't know, that is a $1 million card right now. $1 million card. No joke. And I remember when I pulled it, Vinny hit me up and he goes, hey, bro, you don't got to send me that. Like I can pay you something for it if you want to send it to me. Like I'll split the money with you. And I said, no. I was like, no, bro. Like, how would my reputation? First of all, I've always talked about this. I want, when my name comes up in a conversation between Gem Mint and Davis Ryder and Comic Tom at some fucking con, and my name comes up, I want them to be like, he's a cool motherfucker. I don't want when my name comes up in a conversation where I'm not at to be people be like, fuck that dude. Right? That's important to me. And the first thing in my head was, if I don't send this guy this card, that will be my reputation. Second of all, it helped foster a friendship between one of my best friends in this world, in Vinny Kumar. And that has been more important to me than this $1 million card. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have that card. I would love to have picked a different box in the case. But your reputation is everything in this industry, and your reputation is everything in life. People don't realize that until later in life.
Yeah. When their reputation's already shit most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no amount of money that could make me sacrifice my reputation.
Amen.
No amount of money.
Amen.
Also, as a side note, just because I always see people say it in the comment section, Brian and Hood, you know it's Shohei, not Shohei.
Bro.
It is Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, here we go.
And people always put in the chat. It is Shohei Ohtani. Okay. I just want to make sure it's on the record, and that I don't know if this is like a bit, but I feel like I always see people say in the chat, so I am taking it from the chat.
He does it
I'm
for the
saying it
engagement,
on behalf
man.
of the people. Okay?
We were
He
chilling.
wants people to comment.
We were chilling at San Diego at some bar. Jem was there. Davis was there, and Davis is giving me shit for saying Shohei.
I'm like, brother, you have to know this has to be a bit at some point. It's Shohei Ohtani. Like,
We need to make
biggest
sure that
athlete
you're
in the goddamn world. You need to know how to say his name.
We need to make sure the person that does your clips now knows that we have the video clip of Davis correcting you on how to say Ohtani's
I'm a
first
man
name.
of the
Because
people.
that
all right?
should be.
I'm not even correcting.
That's got to be your
I'm in
clip.
the chat here.
Just mark
This is on
that
behalf
time.
of the chat.
Oh, shout out to that super chat real quick to Alex. He said, question for Jem. When you're getting the minty fresh morning shows back?
I don't know, man. I got a lot going on. A lot of stuff is about to happen that I don't even want to speak on yet. Davis knows what's up. But
Some cool shit.
some really cool shit about to happen. A lot of big changes, but I just want it to happen first before I talk about it. You know, I'm gonna make it happen. But so that's probably gonna be there's gonna be a pause on that because there's gonna be a bunch of other crazy shit happening.
Well, that was one of the first
Well,
things that
that's
I said
good,
to
man.
Jem when I saw him in San Diego. I said, "Hey, what's the deal with that morning show?" Because I even told him, I said, like, there was nobody doing that shit in our tent pole of the comics content community. Like, nobody was doing morning shows, and I would be up. Like, I'm not a morning person. I'm a stay up all night person because the sun sucks in Arizona, and I would be like, it'd be at the end of my day. I'm getting ready to crash out. And I got Jem and his old lady fucking talking comics and movies and anything. Like, I gotta admit, like, your guys' like, you know, you two's banter back and forth was entertaining and fun. And I agree with Alex. Like, we need to get that shit back ASAP.
No, Alex, yeah, that's what I recognize the name, man. Yeah, the thing is, I always envied shows like yours and TiVo's and other live shows that had the topics. I could never come up with the topics and follow through with it, and we always just, you know, we're just shooting the shit. So I always kind of envied that. Like, damn, especially going every
does the
day. At that
legwork,
point, we
too.
were
I
just yapping.
I don't
But
think
people, you know,
people-
we talked to the chat, man. We just kept it flowing. It was fun.
I don't think
Amen.
people give Brian enough credit for the legwork that goes into these shows.
Bro, I couldn't do it.
Not at all. I'd say
I
it all the
couldn't do
time.
it. That was never my thing. Coming up with relevant topics, multiple topics, and I
Graphics,
see.
bookmark stuff, all the tabs. How many fucking tabs you got open right now, Brian? Probably fucking.
So that's why I
100 of
told
them.
Brian the show I think would work in clips because he could literally every little topic is its own solo video,
He's
and it
got a
doesn't have to
pace.
be short. It could be like JRE clip channel where it's just, you know, and it might actually work because it'll have good titles that are relevant. They're all relevant topics, so that are relevant, new, fresh with all those hashtags. I think you could do a lot of good with that shit.
Dude, that's why I knew right away. Like when he was leaving Flipside, he called me. He goes, "Hey Hood, I can't do it no more, man. I can't." And it was with a certain somebody, and he goes, "Are you in?" I go, "Fuck yeah, man. Let's do it, man." And the rest is history because like the talent that Brian has. I mean, everybody knows the type of presence he has and his abilities and everything. He can go talk music, talk anything that is collectible. Like he's in there and he has a voice there. And what I like about especially Mayhem, we consider everything. Like he'll pull up something on counterfeit Star Wars figures and we'll go on a tangent about it and just to consider because if you go into an antique store, like your mind's got to be working like something's worth something, right? And that's what makes this show so cool is like we touch on all collectibles and things and topics and all that because there's money to be made out there, you know, and we just show you some meat on the bone that it's a possibility, you know.
Well, I said this at San Diego. Go ahead, Jim. I'll interrupt
Just
you
real
after.
quick, I just like how like that sports card thing. I would have never even known about that. So it's fun to learn little things that are happening in other hobbies.
Amen. And one of the things that I love is the community aspect. I love the fact that not only do we have like collectors and friends jumping on the show, we have creators, industry reps, and the whole thing about Beyond Wednesdays was to give people a place just to come and hang out and bullshit, and to be a fly on the wall in those comic book conversations. I want to do a big shout out before we jump out of Drama Alert to Merch Heroes. If you guys don't know, merchheroes.com, go check it out. Go look into the podcast category. Shout out to Brian Segovia with the $9.99 super chat. He says, "Love the show. Got into comics this past year. Just enjoy the content. I need a Beyond Wednesday shirt." And perfect timing. Fucking synchronicity, baby. So go to the Beyond Wednesday shirts, merchheroes.com. We're putting up shirts every week, and we got the Black Flag shirt up. Shout out to everybody that picked that up. That being said, I got to go take a leak, and we're going to fucking bounce out of Drama Alert. We'll see you in a second.
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
Speaking of David Lee Roth, shout out to our boy Music Pub, who has been fucking going around the country, not only the country, the world lately, dealing with music acts. Talk a little bit about your recent trek to Canada, bro.
Oh, so have you guys ever seen that Drumeo show where they take drummers who hear songs for the first time, they take out the drum beats and they have other drummers play? I was able to go and take Morgan, the drummer from Seven Dust, up to Canada, and we filmed some content of him playing stuff. And they do a very cool game show segment now where they'll put up like drum intro to Smells Like Teen Spirit, and can the drummer play it off their memory without knowing it? And they do the In the Air Tonight Phil. So I was supposed to be there and then come down to San Diego, but our schedule changed and all of the flights got canceled. So I ended up having to come home instead of coming to meet everybody in San Diego. But it's I was so excited to come, and as I was getting ready to fly out, all of a sudden JetBlue told me my flights were canceled and I had to spend an extra night in Vancouver. And thankfully we got home, but I had to miss San Diego, which I was really excited to go to, because I was supposed to go to that Z2 party on Tuesday night where they had Bruce Dickinson playing with Billy Joe from Green Day. And I know that made a lot of headlines.
I
was
saw
supposed
that,
to go to
yeah.
that party, but unfortunately I had to miss it. But I heard it, everybody had a great time. The music stuff is always a blast. I'm very lucky to do. And that's to what Hood's point was and what you were saying before. It's like, I'm probably the newest guy on the panel, and like probably the most outsider, because like my day job is music. I'm not 24/7 like you guys are, but I love comics and I love being a part of this community. And it's sort of a testament to you, Brian, what you built. And I told you that when we met the first time in Orlando, like the groundwork you put in to build this thing to what it is, like that can never be forgotten. Like we can all sit here, I can sit here. I build my Saturday schedules around knowing we're all going to be together hanging out. And, leaving last week when I was on the road, I was coming back from a festival. I blew off watching Limp Bizkit to make sure I was in my hotel room to hang with you guys. So
I love it. Fucking A. I want to talk a little bit about FOC this week. More specifically, I want to talk about Mark Spears. Have you guys seen the Mark Spears stuff on FOC this week? I know John has. He is all over FOC. It's unbelievable the amount of books.
I got to get into that,
FOC.
man.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is a perfect time to get into Mark Spears Monsters, Gem. He's putting out the number ones for a black and white. John, can you talk about that a little bit? Because you know more than anybody other than Mark about the black and white books that he's putting out.
Oh, you're talking about the new ones that he dropped, right?
Yeah.
Seventh Prince.
The Black, White, and Dead.
Yeah.
The Seventh Prince.
Yeah, that's what that is the seventh print. The entire inside of the book is all black and white, which is he's never done that. The only time he put black and white pages on the interior during the story is when he does flashbacks. But this is going completely black and white, and the only thing he did was put a hint of red where it belongs, meaning with blood or
Black, White,
it's
and Blood
a
edition.
particular character. Yeah, like the Slayer
Black,
has
White,
like red eyes. Right. So, and it's just awesome because some of the covers are incredibly fucking I guess you could say at this point iconic, because that's the first Bridezilla cover from issue 1. That's on the one in I want to say, is that the one in 50, Kev, right? That cover right there.
Yeah, I think so.
From issue 1. Yeah, so he's giving you back some covers that people obviously can't keep up with at this point because of the value. And then he did this awesome Slayer Absolute Batman 1 homage,
That's
where
the
I
one in
think
25 for Dracula.
Comic Tom dropped the Dracula one, right?
Yeah.
Which was
Right.
the Absolute Batman. So Mark did his Slayer Absolute Batman one. And so that's the 1 in 25 you got right there. And then there's a 1 in 100 metal of the is it the Absolute Batman? Homage, right?
It's the Slayer.
1 in 100 metal, yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy because people are asking anywhere between I mean, I've seen a low sale. I don't know if it actually went through, but I've seen somebody asking 129, and then that's already marked sold out. But then I see other people asking as high as $500 for it.
Wow.
So, you know,
Like I said, man, even today I ran a show and it's just all Mark Spears. Give me Mark Spears. Can you run another
Yeah.
gold foil? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that gold foil.
And
is
in
beautiful,
my
Davis.
opinion, it's great that he hooked back up with Comic Tom and Davis Ryder, because we've talked about this before. This is why the community, well, I shouldn't say the community, why the artists or creators need guys like Davis and Comic Tom and some of the other guys, because they help keep you up at a higher level, because they're putting your product out there on the biggest stage, especially during some of the biggest cons. It's no different than like you can, we all know based on your talent, like Alex Ross, all these guys, they can all do greatness on their own, but it's different when you got somebody that has the attention of a platform. And I mean, just look at this guy's live sales. He had at one point almost, I think, 2,000 people in his freaking live sale.
That's crazy.
Oh,
and you
Who, me?
sold, like, I was joking around with you before we went live, but you sold, I said you sold like 30,000 books, but you legit did, though. I didn't even know that was I thought I was fucking with you, and it's actually true.
Yeah.
It felt like 30,000.
Hey, dude, he's not giving you that
And,
Spears book, dude. Quit glazing Davis, dude. You ain't getting it, dude.
Oh, I glazed him hard when he was going live, and I think he was reading it, and I can hear him laughing too.
Yeah, that was it.
I know yeah, he knew I was but
Yeah, before I clicked start on that
yeah,
show,
man.
the chat was just going. The chat was like moving before I even clicked start. Now the name pop up. You're like, my best friend Davis. How we doing, Davis?
I think the biggest mistake any creator, whether it's an artist or whatever, can do is say, I don't need, the social media guys. So I don't need those live retailers, because it all, there's everybody has a place in that universe, meaning where they keep you relevant. You know what I mean? If you completely
Absolutely.
remove
The
all of those
competition is
guys from your
fierce,
product,
man.
yeah. If you completely remove guys like Gem 10, Davis Ryder, Comic Tom, and what's the other, Golden Age Guru, all those guys, the attractiveness of certain things just kind of diminish, and they just fall and blend into everything else, But if somebody's taking your product and they got that kind of a following and they're pumping it and talking about it, and pumping really good shit. It's not like you're pumping garbage. You're pumping really good, cool shit. But that black and white, going back to the black and white thing.
Don't send him the gold. He's trying.
Hey. Yeah. No. The gold, I already knew I was out of that. Like,
He's hoping for the green.
I figure a green with a lock of that gold hair on top of the cover.
He'll take the green with the Davis Ryder smooch on it, and then
Dude, and like
yeah, with the, what was it? He said a kiss.
Feel it with a kiss, baby.
but like Davis and Comic Tom, like what they do with those interviews are pretty incredible. Like, you know, with especially McFarlane and Campbell, like and great questions or whatever. But like Tom, like sitting down with Mark, puts that variant in front of him, and I don't know if Todd had ever seen it before. It was like, wow,
No, he hadn't.
Holy cow, you know, he loved it, you know, and basically after that, like Todd like knighted Mark Spears, man. It was like, with the, you know, I text Mark that. I said, you just got knighted, man. Like,
yeah, he couldn't have asked for better with that whole scenario.
Man, dude.
Dude,
but you have to have everybody involved in this, man.
That shit was crazy.
Everybody has a part.
That shit was crazy when he posted that and tagged us.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, holy shit!
I said
Are
this
you
to
guys
Tom
standing up
because
straight, dude? I would have passed out, dude.
I sent Tom a screenshot because at the top of my feed it was a Todd McFarlane picture and a Comic Tom picture, and it was the same picture. I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that was MegaCon last year, and we like went in there, and he was like, "Let's get a picture real quick." And we're like, "All right." We take the picture, we do the interview, and then we look down at our phones after the interview is done, and it's like Todd McFarlane has like asked you to collaborate on a post, and we were like, me and Tom like kind of geeked out. Todd's over there doing his thing. We're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He posted and tagged us. Like we thought we were at the post and tag him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Crazy shit.
He's a fan, man. That's what's so cool about that shit.
He's tapped in. He's very tapped in.
Yeah, for sure.
And it seems like
Todd
they're
turtlenecks.
happy,
We should wear
dude. Like-
turtlenecks every time we interview him. Me and Tom. just roll up in
All black
turtlenecks.
turtlenecks with silver jewelry.
That'd be cool.
Like all these OGs, I think like all these OGs now with social media and all these platforms, man, it's like they've had a resurgence, man. You know what I mean? And it's just it's fun to see because like 5-6 years ago, I don't remember Liefeld enjoying
No, yeah,
like
he's-
doing what he's doing, and McFarlane, they're like brand new now. Like it's just weird. Does that seem weird or like
it's crazy? You're right. No, 100%. It's
They're
like
just smart for embracing social media.
yeah, especially Raw. Like Todd does a really good job of getting interviews with other people, whereas Rob has done a really good job having homegrown content, and like he's obviously got a guy.
Right.
Yeah, great content.
Yeah,
they both have different.
What's cool about
styles.
Rob? Yeah, what's cool about Rob is if you watch his Whatnot live sales, he doesn't have to do a show while he's doing those live sales. Like he can do like some artists and just show you his hands and show you him signing stuff and then putting the auctions going. But he actually has the camera on him and he gives you a live show while he's doing the Whatnot live
cool,
sale.
man.
And then so now you're just not just a fan of him, but now you're having a whole episode every night with his lifestyle. You literally don't even have to buy anything. You can just sit there and listen to him talk about books and talking about because he's generally like the hot. Like we've said this before, but he's kind of like one of those guys that after Stan passed, that he's going to carry the torch for the next 20, 30 years.
They're becoming the old guys,
him,
man.
Yeah, him, McFarlane, and a couple
Jim.
other guys, and Jim, and so when you hear that's what he blew himself up on Whatnot because he did a show while he's selling. And then I think people were trying to tell him, man, you got to take that to YouTube because I forget the other platform he was on, but like it was this, like, I don't think anybody was really seeing it.
Yeah.
And then he transitioned it to Whatnot, which was even better, called doing the Robservations and stuff.
Observations is the best comic book content in the
Oh
world.
yeah, man.
There's no better
Yeah.
comic book content than Robservations. Period.
And
Dude, I listened to that shit on my drive back from San Diego. He put out a podcast. I was like, I'm on it. That gave me my ride back from San Diego. Like, okay, I got a Robservations episode to listen to. Here's more Mark Spears.
You better be on your game if you're going to talk shit to Rob Liefeld in the chat or whatever, because he'll respond to you and then he'll terminate you, man. It's like,
yeah. He went at one of his
Fight you
peers
don't want.
recently. You probably talked about it.
What's that?
He went after somebody. What was it? Mark Brooks or somebody?
Oh,
He went after
Mark. Yeah,
dude, that's the thing I love about Rob is Rob doesn't give a fuck. He's got fuck you money. He's got fuck you receipts, and he's living the good life. So he doesn't care what people think about what he says. You know what I mean? And what he says, for the most part, I agree on. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Corpse Night is a great series. If you guys aren't reading Corpse Night, please go
Very
read
cool.
it. Very
never
good
jumped on
series.
it.
I made variants on 5 and 6, and I feel like
Yep.
they're not going to sell that well. But I was just like, I just think this series is super cool, so I just want to make some variants on it, and you know what I mean. But I don't imagine they're going to be anything crazy. But I just think they're dope.
Well, you did a
They have
Mickey
great
Mouse
covers for the
variant.
first issue, man.
Yeah, it's cool artwork. It's a fun.
They had the
story.
die cut foil
Yeah.
joints.
They have like all the one in, I think it's all the 1 in 25s, like a matching set of the stained glass, which are
That's
the
always
Nimit
cool.
Malavia.
And Steve Beach is killing it on all covers he's doing.
Yeah.
So
This
to
has
do
to
a
be.
1 in
This has
50.
to end up in Hollywood too, right? The guy who writes
Yes.
it is a big director. Like that's the other reason. I'm fine with it not selling. That was my other thing. Is like I want it for myself, but also if I have to sit on 50% of the inventory,
Yeah.
when it becomes a movie, I'm good.
Yep.
That's my thought. You know.
Yep.
There you go.
Or an HBO show.
Club Nephilim #2. I got to hang out with Josh Blaylock at San Diego quite a bit. And it was very impressive to hear him talk about the comic book industry and about how positive it is. Like he's celebrating his 25th year as a publisher in the comic book industry, and he's having one of his best years. That says a lot in a major way.
Sometimes
So
it takes a minute, man.
yeah,
How long was it before Manning got his first even playoff win? Right. Like.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a while sometimes, man.
This is a 1 in 10 Tarsoff variant, and Andy is just one of the best.
Yeah, he's
in the
killing
game.
it, dude.
Yeah.
He knows how to draw feet, bro. Mama.
He knows how to draw women too. So
Okay.
I feel like I've been seeing a lot of feet on covers recently. I can't
Yeah.
imagine that's a coincidence.
no.
Been seeing more feet recently than ever. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say. And people, that's the good thing about Whatnot is you got to chat. They always say something.
Yeah. So that's the 1 in 10 Tarsoff. Ito. Speaking of Ito, continuing to kill it. He's got the Capes variant. This is a D open order variant. And Robert Kirkman, anything that he touches is gold. This new character is a big deal. Pick up that first appearance. But the Capes continuation of the series is very, very cool. Another Dark Knight Returns homage. I love them. This is Bad Rock #2 Liefeld series.
The Rock Knight. That's cool.
Yeah. Absolute Wonder Woman #23 Yasmin Putri. She continues to again, everything she touches is gold. A lot of these are open order variants on the Putri variants, and they're still selling for a ridiculous amount on the secondary market. So, I think of Yasmin Putri up there with Dan Mora, where they have the whatever it is, they have the touch, and all their open order variants are $50 books or more.
I was thinking the same thing.
Here we go.
song.
Mark Spears, Weird Al Yankovic. Are you kidding me? Look at that.
Dude, that's great, dude.
Bro, I was a huge Weird Al fan when I was young.
Fucking A,
Dude,
bro.
he was awesome, dude.
Yeah. The best. So that's pretty dope. All right. Graveyard Shift is not on FOC this week. It's on FOC next week. But again,
Get ready, bro.
yep. Look how good that looks.
This one's gonna be fun, dude.
New series from Mark Spears. Again,
He's clocking in, bro.
yeah. Yeah.
It has what does that remind me of? This cover reminds me of
Old school
almost
movies.
it's got Goosebumps
Yes.
vibe to it. It's got a
Yes.
Goosebumps vibe to it. Specifically that one, because I feel like
was
those were
awesome.
always so good at putting creepy shit into the real world. So that one of them clocking in feels very Goosebumps.
Goosebumps used to be able to tell you the whole story with just the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, tell me that doesn't feel like Goosebumps.
It's got Goosebumps vibes.
This is the 1 in 20.
Goosebumps vibes.
And then this is on FOC next week as well. Ghost Machine. They're doing a Marvel 25th anniversary homage. I love this shit. You know, my favorite homages to pick up. And then back to this. You guys just go to your comic shop. You know, put it in order.
Sorry I'm late. I was out fucking your girlfriend, pal.
Coming in hot.
Spraying water on me, man.
Right? So here we go. Let's check this out. This is pretty good.
Spawn 77's coming out here really soon. You teamed up with Mark Spears.
Yeah.
He found that old high school drawing of Spawn.
That I did in 1977.
And then he reimagined it.
Correct.
I wanted to show you this homage that he did to your book for San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh,
I'm
man.
so
This was the biggest
hyped
alley-oop
for
in
Mark
comic book
Spears
history.
to take on Spawn. What can you tell me about working with the great Mark Spears, and what can we expect from Spawn 77?
I like that he puts his name in a scroll, right? A gold mark. I think every human being should do it. Here's the great thing with Mark. His enthusiasm was unbridled because he's like, Todd, I think we got a story. I gave him some limitations of what we can and can't do within the story, and he worked within it. And then because I had other books from the Spawn universe coming out, I didn't want to interfere with his because I thought that this book might actually be an interesting, curious buy for people. And in that time, Mark's star has risen. We're hoping, I talked to Mark the other day, that the delay is actually going to be beneficial because he's like a bigger Mark Spears than he was before. But Mark's style is so dramatically different than some of the stuff you see on this table. To me, I think it's important to continue to give options to people. So what I'm hoping for is somebody goes, I don't even really like Spawn. I don't even collect any of it. Superheroes are dumb to me. But that Spawn 77 was cool because it is fully painted and the characters in it are cool. And
Look at that. The characters are in it are cool. And he shows this character. Oh my Lord.
takes place in 1977. It's gritty New York. You can give Spawn 77 to your next door neighbor and they don't have to have read a single issue of Spawn and it works. It will work.
Great. Congratulations, Mark Spears. I'm so excited that you guys have to work together.
No,
Like I said, we showed him they cut out a few of the different clips of him looking at the cover and talking about it because we didn't want it to be the whole video. But it was like a few minutes and he's looking at it. Oh man, look the webs he did with blood. That's really cool. And then Tom is like, so Spawn 77. And he goes, no, does he have other colors? Did he do all the colors? And I was like, yeah, he did the silver and the gold and the green and the red. Oh, wow. And look, the scroll. And he just like cut Tom off like twice when Tom was trying to like do his thing because he was just so into it. So it was great.
Fucking love it, dude. Again.
Sweet. I'll take credit for the scroll because when Mark was showing us some of the like his homage ideas and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, you need to throw in the McFarlane scroll. So
I do love it. I think I showed this last time, but the paper it's on too is crazy. I've never seen. I don't know if he's been doing this, but look, you can like just tell that's like that really nice matte cardstock. You know what I mean?
Damn, that looks so good, bro.
Didn't you have a spot foil on this too?
Yeah, I'll show you the spot foil. I don't think I
The
showed
spot foil was really good because it really made it like pop out more.
Yeah, the spot foil is pretty crazy. It's like this one is not printed on the matte because it used to be like the high gloss cover stock. So this is like printed on the high gloss.
Man, I'm so glad Davis Ryder's my friend, dude. I'm so pumped.
Dude. We have all our addresses, right, Davis? Do you need us to send them to you? We're good. The panel's got you.
The audio just cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, your Wi-Fi cut out? Okay.
Is that one the spot? It looks like that's all foil.
So that's what I'm saying is that it's printed on like the whole cover is on like a high gloss, but the green itself you can tell is like extra shiny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like so the green is a solid foil, and then the whole thing is like a high gloss like paper.
Oh, I get it. I got you.
It's really nice, yeah. And then like the full foil is just crazy.
Fucking great.
I mean, with all your fingerprints on there, it's probably not a 9.2 now.
Well, that's
so
the show copy. That's the show copy.
So you can send it to me, you know.
Well, that's my PC copy. Yes,
Those fingerprints will come off with a microfiber though.
Yes, that's the other thing. So yeah, just
yes, they will.
The gold one's kind of crazy. I don't even want to touch the gold. This one I can touch because if you're just touching like the black of the cover, then you don't leave fingerprints. It's only on the foil. But the gold one, if I hold it up, the gold one's not going to look good. It's
Did
like
you
that
guys
one-
see what I did with that Spears medal? And Mark, how in the hell did you do that?
Yeah,
I did. Oh my god,
that
bro.
was wild.
So I gotta show
Hey,
this.
Davis, any of those like when you did the 50 metal? No, it wasn't metal. The golds, right? Did those all come out undamaged or
Actually,
or
so
did
I
you have
printed
damaged
5
copies?
extra because the last time that I made no, I had it worked out. So last time I did them, the 50 golds, I had to get a few reprinted because I didn't have enough. So I printed 5 extra, and then coincidentally, I had 5 exactly that were damaged of it. So I got exactly 50 sellable.
And this shit look clean as hell, man.
Tell them about.
It was a process.
Nefarious.
But I remember this book from when me and Brian and Mark were on eBay Live, and I remember this book selling. And Mark was talking about, and I remember those scratches, and I was
So you got
telling
it
Mark,
buffed out or something?
and something like that.
It's
A little metal cleaner with a rag.
Ooh, man,
It's
it's a
a
process.
car wash.
Oh man, if you need the presser, Red Hood's the guy for you.
Good luck
Like,
getting in.
Hey.
Good luck getting in.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to know
It's got a
person or
long
two.
waiting list.
Yeah.
So speaking of Red Hood, I got to show you something, Hood. Did you see the from the National the goldenrod pull?
The what? Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm so
I didn't
jealous.
see this.
I'm so jealous of this.
The two vintage packs here, and we're looking
dude.
for the infamous C3PO goldenrod card. There's the actual goldenrod card, and then there's the fixed version, but there's no guarantee that we're gonna get it either way. But let's see. Oh, we're starting off
Centering's actually pretty good.
with some Luke, it looks like. Want some gum.
That's your quarterback. There's
Hey,
your
at least the
quarterback.
gun didn't stick to the card.
A band of Zowers. Inquiring about Obi-Wan. Oh my god! Oh my god, we got it! Oh my god.
Full
They
rod.
fucking pulled the card, you guys.
The cock. They pulled the cock.
They pulled the cock out.
Look
dude.
how beautiful that looks. It's centered in everything.
God, we got it.
That is awesome. Touch it.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah. I think he's hanging a little to the
That
left.
is crazy.
We actually
What? Say that again, Kevin.
I said I think he's pointing a little to the left on that.
pulled it. Let's go.
R2 better not be anywhere close by, bro.
Dude, I still have not found one of these.
Dude,
Still,
I
to
thought I
today.
had it. Remember, we did a whole clip on that about the 3PO cock card, dude. It was just, it was like one of the first mayhems we did with.
Oh yeah, because Kyle was all over that clip too.
Yeah, dude, that was
Yeah.
great.
Fucking the National, man. $60 a pack. I would have taken a chance on that.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of stuff is super expensive at the National, where like even if you're even if you pay 80% of what their sticker price is, it's still 110% over the last sold comp.
Bro, $30K for this. Look at this. You remember this?
Yeah. Yep.
$30K.
Wow.
That's
Did you see the
nuts.
video of this guy talking about this? Like, because he has the full history of that card, where most of the sketch drawings out there are of Bart, and then there's like there's certain sketches that are super rare. Like there's a Homer Simpson sketch, there's a full family one. So there's different images, but the most common one you'll see is Bart, and then I think the gem rate is like pretty low. Like,
So I did get to pick up some, like, one of the things that I've gotten into because of Sveta and Sveta stuff that she does. I've gotten into pins, right? So I've gotten into these pins.
Oh, welcome to the club, dude.
Right? I got all these yesterday pins. Shout out to Adam Kellenberger over at Comics Board Inc. I had to get all the Sveta pins. But one of the pins, like, I want to start making pins for Beyond Wednesdays. And one of the ones that I want to steal the idea from.
Golden touch.
Oh, nice.
Happens every time.
Look at that, bro. Isn't that fucking awesome?
That's sick.
Was that a roach?
It almost looks like it could be a microphone too, dude.
So I gotta get. We gotta make some Beyond Wednesdays pins, right?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, we can make it really cool too. The only way you could get one of those pins is if you smoke with us.
Yes, great fucking idea, bro. Great idea. Great
Like,
idea.
make it,
Multiple
like,
people on this panel would be getting pins.
I already am owed a pin.
Yes, you're owed a pin.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great. You know what, Yee? We're gonna fucking do that. We are
Hell yeah.
100% gonna do that, dude. We owe Jim a pin. We owe Yee a pin. Right? I mean,
Dude, I mean, we most of the time when we're going to cons together, we smoke together anyway. So I'll split the cost with you on that.
Right?
So that way, yeah.
so
Do
fucking.
I
good.
get one for contact?
Contact high.
If you're standing within the circle, it counts, I guess.
Yeah. Yee, did you see this, bro? This is kind of crazy. 99 Newsstand put this out.
I know. I sold my 3 at like right below 2K. But honestly, like I'm kind of glad I washed my hands from that because I mean I bought it for so cheap, anyways. And this is like what a PSA 8.
An 8 sold for 25 grand.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could have kind of
held on to Yoshi.
I mean, I had it for so long, anyways. I bought my 2 or 3 or whatever for like $100. So you know, to sell it for $17.50 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot complain.
Hmm.
But I wish I did buy more. Was my only problem because they were so cheap back then.
They were super cheap.
But yeah, and it wasn't like a hidden secret either. I mean,
Did you guys
that's
see the PSA class action lawsuit, the RICO lawsuit, no less?
Yeah.
Federal.
It's
Federal.
for their unfair practices of like inconsistency in grading. I don't remember what the other part of the lawsuit was too.
Part of it was saying that they downgrade cards so people resubmit, and that they're like accused of $1 billion in regrade fees, and like it was a whole bunch. And then the guy has a Honus Wagner that's apparently better than the 2 10s that are on the census, and they won't give him the 10 because one of them is owned by the owner. There was a lot of sort of points to it, so it was a very interesting lawsuit. We'll see what happens out of that.
Is this the same lawsuit where? Because I know there's people trying to gather together saying that that PSA and collector is basically a monopoly now at this point because you know they own Beckett, SGC, all that. So I'm always kind of interested to see if anything like comes from that, especially since they're expanding to other markets now at this point. You know, video games,
right? Because they get involved with movie production companies when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? Because you could say there's CGC there, but there can't just be 2, right? Like,
yeah,
doesn't there need to be at least more than 2?
Oh, for the whole grading process, like
right,
like I know CGC, yeah, where they go through. It's way above my pay grade now at this point, so it's hard to follow. Yeah.
Well, the fact that they were on-site grading at the National, and they're backed up, right? People orders are.
They had
like,
to kind of. So many people were saving up their cards to submit for on-site grading. They had to cut it off. Like,
yeah, dude.
I heard on Friday or something like that because the National is like what, a 5-day show, 6-day show.
But it was only the lowest tier they cut, right? Didn't they only cut
how much is the on-site grading?
So at the National, they usually do it on-site grading. They cut that off too. On top of that.
They did all grade. Okay, I thought they cut the the cheapest one at first.
So that was done months ago. Like you can't do the bulk submissions. And so you could still do like regular submissions and then all the the walkthroughs and all that. They cut off at the National the on-site grading, and then on top of that their express tier, where you're just dropping off to get it back after the show, which is still pretty fast. So, but yeah, they cut all that off on Friday, which I saw that in the morning, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. I was like, I wonder how many people were, have a backlog of cards they're trying to grade.
Mm. One of the coolest things that happened at San Diego was on the Thursday night. I think it was Thursday night, maybe Wednesday night. We went to the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund party, and I ran into this guy, the guy on the right, Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, who just created his own manga, and he's down to come on the show. So hopefully we'll have him on Beyond Wednesdays in the next couple weeks. But this is funny because not only was one of the best parts meeting DJ, but also meeting this guy on the left who was at the panel talking about V-Friends. This is the guy who has V-Friends tattooed on his face. This dude right here on the left. Yeah.
He's all about it.
Yeah, Barnacle Boy.
Look at this dude. All right. So
I think he's Barnacle Boy.
is that who it is?
I think it's Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Right.
Yep.
And I didn't get one of these mangas. I wish I would have grabbed one from DJ. But super cool. This is one of the moments that made me realize how important San Diego was this year. Running into the guy on the left and him talking about how he's never been into comics. He got into comics through V-Friends. And this is his first San Diego Comic-Con. And then to see this kind of like post be put out, synchronicity is fucking real in Beyond Wednesday's world.
Lots of new people into comics.
Right? Look at that. He got his fucking autograph tattooed on him.
I feel like that's what we've been asking for years now at this point, right? For fresh new blood, getting into comic books.
I feel like there's a lot of people that say they want it, and then things start to happen that make it come in, and then they're like resistant to change.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, people are always going to be resistant to change no matter what. But I mean, at the same time, if we want the hobby to keep on growing / appealing
just
to
splinter off and to do new things that,
I mean,
that's what I noticed at this show, man. There's a couple new gen content creators, and I'm like, yo, but that's what you need, man. I've been doing this, man, 9 years. I was in my young 30s when I started this, so it's like, yeah, you need that next gen, and they're out there, man.
A lot of people aren't into the live selling stuff. I heard you guys talking on Wednesday about is the drop culture. You know what I mean? You talked about how there was that panel and stuff like that, and if that's killing the hobby and all different kind of opinions on stuff.
Yeah. People are gonna, it'd be one thing if the drop culture was making all the money and regular retailers aren't making the money. It'd be one thing. But drop culture is making a bunch of money, but so are the regular retailers. The guys like KRS Comics and Trinity Comics who are setting up on the floor, selling their variants, selling wall books, like Chris Rupp and Big Clutch. All those regular, quote unquote, regular retailers are still doing well. And
doing better than ever. I mean, there's an interesting, it's like other side of that I don't think anybody that maybe has a problem with drop culture is considering, and that's I partnered with Chris Rupps and I partnered with KRS on books,
right?
And there were books that we partnered on that if they had the entire print run, they probably wouldn't have sold out, and they would have not even made money off of that book at their booth because they were invested into 3,000 copies or 1,000 copies. But because we were able to partner, our Absolute Green Arrow, Rupes had 333. He had two versions, 333 of each. If he had 1,000 of each, he's not going to sell 1,000 at his booth. So he's not even going to make money being there that weekend. But because he only had 333, he was able to turn a profit on his investment. And so actually by partnering with me, selling it on Whatnot to a totally different audience, he's able to make more profit off of his booth. And the other side of it that, just metrically, I was thinking about this when you guys were talking about it on Wednesday. I think that the thought that drop culture is killing the convention would really only be aimed at the guys who have the big splash shows, right? Like the people who really focus mainly on Whatnot, and they're only going to be me, Tom, Trinity, you know what I mean? Like the guys that have like things that are specifically aimed towards Whatnot, not a split thing, but like we're aiming, like I only sell stuff on Whatnot. I had 1,800 buyers on my show on that Wednesday night. Even if all 1,800 of those people were attending Comic-Con and they decided not to, there's what, 130,000 people going to Comic-Con? You take those 18, and this is assuming that so this is assuming that all those people decided not to go to Comic-Con to be at my show, which is absolutely not the case. You can assume almost none of them are like that, because the other thing is, if you ask, hey, would you rather buy from Davis Ryder on Whatnot or go to San Diego? They're all going to fucking San Diego. They buy from me because they couldn't be there. And the other thing is, even if you took those 1,800 out of San Diego, those tickets are getting sold in the blink of an eye. We're not taking anybody off the con floor. Nobody's not going to San Diego because I'm streaming on Whatnot. I add the whole thing of Whatnot is it's a Comic-Con in your pocket. You can't make it there. You're already not funneling money into San Diego. So now you have a place that you can funnel your money and get some cool exclusives while other people that are there experience San Diego. So I think it's two totally different, two lanes that are going down the same road. You know what I mean? They're driving next to each other. Both of them are going to the same place, but they're not affecting each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you think about drop culture in general. I forget who I was talking to. It might have been Jack from Whatnot, Jack DeMeo. And he brought up the point. He goes, people are complaining about this drop culture type thing, but they don't realize that the comic book industry over the last couple of years has been built on drop culture. What is FOC?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is New Comic Book Day?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, they drop it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Also, I can't tell you how many people that I have met, like this year at San Diego, last year, that had been buying from me for years, and this is my first convention. You know how many times I've heard that, but they've been in my Whatnot shows for years. So you got to also imagine, not to the scale that Absolute Batman is bringing people in, but when somebody downloads Whatnot and they get into cards, and they check out a comic show, they're like, shit, I like Spider-Man. Everyone likes Spider-Man. Everyone likes Wolverine. Maybe I'll get a Wolverine book. And then they start to build their collection, and then they're like, shit, maybe I go to Comic-Con next year. And
before they know it, they have a Hulk 181.
And they bought it from Golden Age Guru, who spent a bunch of money to be at the convention, and now his convention's paid for. Like it's one big machine, and it's all feeding it, and it's just growing. I think that I respect Emmett a lot. This isn't me saying that I'm like he's wrong, but I think that he was saying it was like a fragile ecosystem. I think it's a very strong ecosystem. I mean, pop culture is bigger. Spider-Man's gonna make $1 billion its opening weekend. Like, pop culture is in a very good place, and pop culture is bleeding into comic books now more than it has in a long time. It was very comic book movie driven. Now it's like, if you're into pop culture, you're starting to get into comics. Absolutely.
Well, look at Dungeon Crawler Carl. Like, even that's pop
Dungeon
culture.
Crawler Carl.
That's literally bringing a whole wave of people that read a book into
fucking
comics.
Great book, by the way. I didn't realize it was like a digital. I read like 20 issues so far. It's a great read.
Oh, bro, I think that that is one of the things, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to segue into this. You know, I really think that if you look at the way this book came about, this is where the comic industry is at right now. This was created 8 days before the con. Big shout out to Tim Daniel and Vault Comics for being willing to take a chance and be like, hey, nobody has come up with this idea yet. Big Leg says, hey, I would love to do an SDCC/DCC variant. Is there a way to make it happen? Tim Daniel and Vault Comics says, let's figure it out. They work with Brett Bean and the crew at DCC, and boom, one of the books of the con is made. And that is the type of thing where the comic book industry is at right now. It is very impressive to see this stuff, to see publishers stand behind this type of thing. You know what I mean? They're behind it in a big way.
I mean, even 2-3 years ago, that would have been unheard of.
Yeah.
Something
has happened in the last couple of years that I think you can say a lot of it's Absolute Batman, but I don't even think it just is, because it's also Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's also Invincible. It just almost feels like more people have decided. Yeah, It just feels like more people have decided to give comics a shot for whatever reason it might be. There's a lot of different reasons, but it just feels like there's more people getting into it than ever from a bunch of different, avenues.
Well, I mean, but it's like spread across pop culture so much in different avenues. It's not just superhero
Ben 10?
films.
Ben 10's going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the nostalgia factor from, cartoons that we grew up on watching, all the way to, Walking Dead, any of that culture too, where it's something like, oh, comics can also be kind of realistic to, reflecting whatever's going on in society now or whatever. But to me, it's always super interesting to see how it grabs in someone.
Well,
Even to the point that you just brought up, Davis, about Brand New Day making the money it made. Like, you can go in, you could get a Spider-Man bucket, you could get socks, you could get a cup. That's not one comic. And like tied in that you could get with all these people, these transient casual buyers that might take a flyer on a book if it was there in front of them, to maybe get them back in. It literally, to me, was a missed opportunity. Like, you could have totally maybe gotten some more readers involved if you would have had one book in the theater for everybody else, like, to check out.
They definitely would have benefited for having a comic, but I also just think that on the note of just how much money it's making, like, it's going to make more than Endgame made in its opening weekend. And that seemingly, if that's the case, will assumingly make more than Endgame will make over its whole run. And Endgame was on a heater for 15 years leading up to it, and it was the biggest thing. Spider-Man's coming off of a pretty shit streak of 5 years. So the fact that it's able to do what it's doing is showing the excitement. I mean, dude, movies in general are just popping right now. I go to the movie theater just about every week. I was on like a 14-week streak. Every Friday I go to the movies. I try and go every single week if there's something good out. And I've been doing that for a while, and it just seems more and more as time goes on. They're just full every single week. And it just feels like more people are going, more people are into the movies, more people are into the comics, more people are into the TV shows. It just feels like pop culture right now is buzzing for the first time since like beginning of COVID times. But it feels different than then. It feels different than COVID times, right? It feels more genuine than COVID.
Yes.
times.
Yeah. A perfect example is this right here. Shout out to Brian, who dropped this super chat, Bright5. He said, love the show, got into comics this past year, and just enjoy the content. I need a Beyond Wednesday shirt. Merch Heroes, brother. Go check it out. And that's the type of things that I love to see, right? Like, so many people that I ran into this year said Dungeon Crawler Carl, absolute Batman. One of my best friends, so this guy's like a brother from another mother. I've told the story about him before. He hit me up about 6 months ago. I grew up with him. We were in every class together from kindergarten to 8th grade. Both of our dads coached all of our baseball, football, basketball teams growing up. We were like brothers. And he moved to Thousand Oaks, California. He works at a rehab place in Malibu. Yeah. He works at a rehab in Malibu. And he hit me up like 6 months ago, and he says, hey, what's a good comic to check out? And I said, hey, absolute Batman. Now he hits me up during Comic-Con, I said, hey, come down on I got a place for you to stay. You get to experience San Diego Comic-Con. And he's walking around Comic-Con for the first time, and people are asking him, like, what are you into? And he says, I'm into absolute Batman. I just got into it. I've never been into comics before, and now I'm buying absolute Batman every week. That's the type of shit that I'm talking about. It's crazy. It's absolutely
I just
nuts.
was talking to somebody yesterday about Absolute Batman, and the only way that I could describe it was it is the most comic book that I could recommend you. Like, it is everything that you would imagine as a non-comic reader that a comic book would be. And it's 10 out of 10 on all those levels. It's like perfect for a new jumping in point, because everybody also fucks with Batman. Everyone loves Batman. So it's like new take on it. Everyone knows the characters already, but you don't know these characters. So I think that's
just getting started too, man. Like, and like, if you go see Spider-Man, that movie is fucking amazing,
it's a great movie. It is a great movie.
And that's just going to like ignite it even further if the movies come back in a big way. Like, if it's 2016, 2017 style, like, it's just going to.
I mean, it is now. Because the next one is Doomsday. Doomsday is going to crush. There's no world where Doomsday does not crush. And it's like, it's the Russos. It's gonna be good. They've never made a bad Marvel movie. So like,
we're getting close to the end of the show, and we haven't talked about that yet. The Hall H stuff was pretty crazy. and a lot of people have seen Spider-Man, said it's better than ever. I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's the best one ever made.
You're watching it tonight?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to ask, with the presence of
Don't
of
ask.
Hall H.
Oh shit. Okay.
With the presence of Hall H back into San Diego with Marvel and everything, did it feel like San Diego pre-COVID?
Yes.
I think it felt like it, but not because of that. I just think
Yeah.
that again, it kind of just building off of what I just said. It just feels like everything was exciting.
Okay.
Everything was cool. Every booth had a cool thing. I mean, dude, I bought Naruto did like they dropped like their first ever trading cards in the US or something like that. I don't watch Naruto. I got 2 of them because they came with two cards that I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get that. You know what I mean? Like, they're just cool. These are reselling for a lot, I guess. But I just wanted to have the first, you know what I mean? The first box.
yeah.
I'm leaving them sealed. But that's what it felt like everywhere. I feel like everyone just wants to, I want to get that thing. I want to try that thing. I got like the Octo from the SIGTIG booth. They had some cool stuff there, and everyone's doing all
the
these cool
backpack,
things.
right?
Yeah. So it just felt like because Hall H was there, it's obviously cool. And there are a lot of people that are excited for that. I just think that it was just buzzing because it was buzzing. You know what I mean? It was just the energy was really good.
It's always the year I missed too.
Last year's energy was a little off, I will say. I think this year really was a lot better.
Yeah, I didn't even go last year.
I went the last 2 years, and then 2 years ago was my first San Diego.
This was cool.
You're right. That's one of
Yeah,
my
I saw him
favorite
walking
parts of
around.
every San Diego is hearing about the celebrities that are walking around in cosplay. And like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw Ryan Reynolds walking around. Like,
I didn't.
I remember thinking to myself, "Oh shit, Uncanny X-Force, Deadpool, that's dope." You know.
Yeah.
So super cool.
Yeah, he must have loved walking around and people not knowing who he was and just interacting with fans.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just him, like even the small clips of him interacting with other cosplayers or
Yeah.
just
You can tell
any
he loved
fans.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun watching him geek out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
There we
vibe
go.
was good, man. The vibe was good.
Yeah, so I was questioning, was it really him? And then I saw this video and I was like, oh shit.
Look at that's so cool.
The fact that it's made of denim material.
It
Yeah.
was Gene Pool.
Yeah, did you see the official Pantone of the suit?
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
So it wasn't Uncanny X-Force, it was Jean Grey color.
Mm-hmm.
So dope.
But they always keep on teasing that too with the whole in Deadpool 2, right? Where
Right.
it looked like he was
Yeah,
in
he
the
like got hit with
Xbox.
the dust over him or whatever.
Yeah, but it was just like
Rubble.
ash and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no world where he isn't that costume in Doomsday, right? He's gotta be. He's gotta be.
So before we call it a night, I got to ask the people who were there. We'll start with Jem. What was your favorite part of San Diego this year?
Man, favorite part of San Diego. It's hard not to say Sideshow being back. I'm a statue collector. That was huge. But I also got back into collecting slabs, so I did like going around and actually, this is the first time I bought slabs at a Comic-Con. So I really enjoyed that. But honestly, it's going to sound cheesy, but hanging out with everybody outside of the show in the gas land, bouncing from place to place. No one went to Irish Goodbye and went to not. But
We may have done that
I had a good
together
time
one
hanging out
night.
with
That was
everybody.
What are you
nice.
talking about? I saw you and Davis pull an Irish Goodbye.
We got
That's
some
a party
pizza
one.
and we went home. That's not the same thing. We just
there was,
happened
there
to
was
walk
a
out of the
scenario where
pizza
I
shop and
decided to
left.
goodbye, but everyone else went on one of those, not a trolley, but you know, where the guy carts you away.
Do you know the story of what happened to me?
So that's what I said, because that was the Jeff story I didn't want to mention.
So we're at a bar. It's super late. We're all just trying to figure out ways to get out of there. And of course, Dinesh is involved. And when Dinesh is involved, you're like, you're out all night. So they figure out a place to go, some like open late night bar. I go around the corner because the bar closed where we were at. I go around the corner to take a piss. And I come back and everybody's gone. Everybody
that's
bailed
awesome.
on me, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did everybody
But they
go?
all got on those hand trolleys, but I left. I said I ain't getting on that. I'm not going on that mission. So I just hit it to the hotel.
I would guess that they probably assumed that you went back to your Airbnb or whatever.
Probably,
you were
bro.
fresh guys.
Yeah.
Dude, the night that we went with Dinesh and we got that burger spot.
Oh,
and,
bro.
Tom
That
calls
was the
me,
night.
and Tom calls me and he's like, should I come out there? And then Dinesh is like, give me the phone. And he just talks to him and he's like, yeah, you got to come out here. We're at this place. And I think this is like 12:45. And this is the night before we were interviewing Todd in the morning. We had to be there at 9 a.m. And I'm like, Dinesh is like, you got to come out here, whatever. And Tom, he hands me back the phone. And he goes, when he hands me the phone, he goes, don't let him not come. Like, he knows that I'm going to try and talk him out of it. And he looks me in the eye dead serious. Like, he just turns serious. Don't let him not come out. And he hands me the phone. And I'm like, I think I'm a hostage. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, dude, should I come out there? And I'm just like, and he goes, and he's like, wait, can I not come out there? And I'm like, and he goes, he's like, just say yes if I should not come. I said, yes. And he said, you're heading back soon? And I said, yes. And he said, all right, just say I'm coming. I said, I'll see you soon. And I hung up. And then Dinesh just looks me in the eye and goes, he's not coming, is he? And I was like, no, he's coming. He's coming for sure. And then I just got his to-go food and we walked out of the burger spot and I walked left. And then I walked back to the hotel.
Nice.
Dinesh was, he knew, because I happened at New York, remember? They went off somewhere. I was like, you got to get the fuck back here. We got to wake up early tomorrow, dude. Tom knew immediately. He said, dude, where are you at? I said, And he's like, okay.
Well, you know, if that's the spot that everyone's meeting up, that's just like the start of the after party for Dinesh,
I know.
too.
Oh, that's what it was. Never mind. I did an Irish goodbye because you guys said 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. And I ended up in that bar. And I said, you got 5 minutes. The clock's ticking, and then 5 minutes
I told
later,
Davis, I go, give me 15 minutes.
Away.
Yeah.
I started to back away, and then I see Jeff, and he just goes, Davis, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to get out of here. Got to get the fuck out of here.
All right, so Davis, what was your favorite part of San Diego?
I mean, yeah, Jem's right, like hanging out, walking around, that's always a good vibe, but I think I'd be remiss to not say Sweet Death stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like seeing it around, signing copies, hearing from people, seeing it sell so crazy on the secondary market is more validating because I'm like, is this a Whatnot book? Is it just because people are on Whatnot? They're supporters. They like what we do. They're buying cool variants. Are people just liking the variants? Dude, it's like you look on eBay and there's a shit ton of sales every day. It's kind of shocking, like how well it's selling to people that don't know who the fuck I am and don't know who we are. They're buying it up. So like, yeah, just seeing and hearing and talking to people about Sweet Death was what has to be the highlight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a perfect highlight for you. Yeah. For me, everybody expects me to say the hanging out, the brotherhood, the fellowship, which was great. And it's hard not to say that stuff. But I'm going to be a little bit selfish tonight and say the number one thing that was so fulfilling at San Diego Comic-Con was the amount of times that people came up to me and said, you don't have to say anything, but what happened with the Dennis situation? And the response after I told them the story of the Dennis situation to every single person that I explained it to was like, you're better off without him. And that felt really good. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. We're going to hang backstage. Adios.